Yeah. Hey, it came to me like the shirt I wrote. Told Reemo, let me get a hoodie like today, bro. Got dressed quick, blessed the F mask around my face. Rolled a zip up, culture hoodie like a North Face. Play the cut, merch for hire on some one order shit. Drop the heat on them. They spend ridiculous 40 cash and that's some tax. Here's the stash. You get them fast, just ask Rose for the blast, please. Send stacks to the Shopify app. Hit the bag, grab your Droid or your Apple, do your thing. Own yourself, blaze the weed. I got some merch to sell. Yeah.
Rolling?
We rolling. Okay, so let's take it back. So look, man, before we even get started, I gotta tell y'all this story, man.
We gotta start. Can we start the show how we started? And then we're gonna let you goddamn.
I was gonna start it, and then you just go into the show like, damn. So this is how we gonna start.
That's how we normally do.
We do like a rolling start, but Kamal kind of stops us. Whatever. He boom.
Hey, Kamal, that's a nice hoodie you have on.
It is a inspiring hoodie.
Hey, thank you, man. I appreciate it. It's a wonderful one.
Where did you get that from?
I mean, own yourself.
Oh, shit.
Man.
That's why it's a one-on-one.
That's what we promoting, man.
I like the dollar
Self-owned
sign
shit.
on self, bro.
Yeah, because it's money.
Because it's
all
money.
it's all about the money. You got the one-on-ones, but we do have those for sale on
These
Merch
are
for Hire,
sale,
right?
Merch for hire.
That's right.
Black crew necks, white crew necks.
This is coming to Merch for Hire. This is the
Own
new
yourself.
pink. This the
Is
new.
that the pink wave?
I put the Black Power fist on the blessed fuck, so it won't be
hard.
fucked up. So the white people know who we fucking with. You know what I'm talking about?
Also on Merch for Hire. The
I
black
don't, like,
hoodie.
I don't like how you put your arm around Tyler.
You did. He was.
Okay, my bad.
Tyler would have punched
My
you by
bad,
now. He would
my
have hit you in
bad.
the face. Go ahead, bro. Do your black hoodie spiel.
That's it. I don't want to go too far.
Yeah, that's Tyler's black hoodie.
was
Y'all know
perfect.
if every hoodie we wear is a black hoodie.
Come on, man.
If you black.
Yeah,
And then I
see
got a
you
t-shirt.
Rocking the shut the fuck up sometimes, man. Yeah, we need to put the t-shirts up on.
Yo, I'm going to put down
Merch
the
for Hire.
Atlanta Braves. Started
Fuck up
jacket
sometime.
line.
That's his shit. That's
my
his.
other-
That's his
my
brand.
other shit.
Take it.
Shut the fuck up sometimes.
We all got. All my
Own
partners
yourself.
got
That's
merch
my
as
shit,
fuck.
yeah.
You feel me?
And y'all know the blessed AF fucking
I do. I seen that.
the captain hat going
I'm waiting
crazy.
for Obama to actually have that on next round.
That's
Oh,
what. That's
man.
my goal, bro.
That
Thank you,
That
man.
is Obama like.
But I'm. Can I get? I just want Poon Daddy to wear it next because
hell
my
yeah.
college self is so proud of me
Come
right
on,
now.
man.
Bruh.
I will wear blessed because I know I'm blessed as fuck. That's
Come
Come on,
on,
bro. You don't got.
Jesus
You know what I mean?
Lord.
Blessed and favored.
Blessed and fearless. I told a white man that today. He said, "You in the blessed Air Force?" He said, "You're Air Force." And he was walking up. I was backing up. I said, "Fearless, fearless, fearless, fearless."
I'm not gonna lie. If I got to do this again in Second Life, I want to come back as C.L. Franklin because after watching the Aretha Franklin story, C.L. Franklin had the greatest life.
Where the Aretha
ain't
Franklin story
living.
at?
It's
Is it
on-
out?
Oh,
It's on Nat
man,
Geo. You ain't
dog.
watching it? You
No.
gotta.
C.L.
It's on
Franklin
what?
is my new hero.
It's
bro.
Aretha Franklin. Dad was a
Oh my!
God. He was
he
so
was
lit.
a god and a god.
It's a series?
It's a series. They got two.
It's
you-
a series
I'ma tell you how
about
to do it.
Aretha
Let me tell you how to
Franklin,
do
and
it.
nobody
So-
told me.
Omar Dorsey's on. He been posting it. Omar
Yeah,
been posting.
That's what I'm saying.
He's
Like,
James
who-
Cleveland.
You know him and Omar Dorsey. They
plays James
homeboys. He
Yeah,
told us.
That's my homeboy. I
That's
love
what he
him.
was
That's the
just-
first time I seen that nigga hair. He
That's
got
what
hair.
he-
In L.A., I hold him down. He had some trouble one time. Came to the rescue.
Shout out
to
to
the
Omar
rescue.
Dorsey,
my
culture
boy.
cousin. That's
That's
our
the
our
brother.
Yeah, that's the
homeboy.
homie, man.
He came here and told us he was shooting that.
He
that
did say
series.
that.
I didn't know it was coming out.
He do a
I
hell
didn't
of
know
a
it
James
was out.
Cleveland too.
I didn't know it was
I
out.
haven't seen it. It's only got 2 parts
Does he
available
direct the
on.
choir?
He ain't came up in what
choir?
I seen yet.
Upgrade your life, blessed as fuck. Get you a Hulu and get
got the
all
Hulu.
6. Well, all 6 on Hulu.
Okay, cool. Let me check.
Well,
it out.
4, and then 2 more come tonight.
Let me ask y'all this question. What's the best situation? Is it to get a cable provider and get all the channels, or to get like a Disney subscription? Then you get like ESPN and some other shit, and then you get the HBO Max, and then you get like, you know what I mean, AMC and all that
You
shit,
gotta
I'm
have-
gonna tell you
I
what
got all
I've
that
been doing.
shit.
I get Roku
and just say fuck it.
and go get you either a Hulu Live or what's the other one, Sling Live, and you in there.
It's regular TV, huh?
TikTok.
It's regular TV.
Because I'm trying to get all this shit, man. I don't want to keep
You can
paying
pay
for
like
subscriptions.
$50, you know what I'm saying? A
A
lot
month.
cheaper than $200. You know what I mean?
Facts.
And you can move around with it. It's
Right.
real cool. You can do all that.
You just need the Wi-Fi.
That's all you need. You all.
TED Talk.
Gucci.
More Than Culture is the brand. It's the More Than Culture show. Kamal the Secret Genius.
Reemo Rod.
Ronnie Jordan.
Tyler Chronicles is out making money.
Yeah, they're doing a
Get
show
paid.
right now.
Get paid,
On
nigga.
stage right now.
Black Hood is still in the building, man. Ronnie, it's on you, brother.
Yeah, man. Shout out to the Zen Bros. I'm smoking this Mary Jane, the amazing Mary Jane with the
Zen
Spider-Man
Bros.
logo. Shout out to Zen Bros. Hey, man, I remember Atlanta radio was a staple because for a long time they didn't have hip-hop at all. And
Facts.
then they had this station, Hot 97.5. We used to be so happy. They played the Brat Funkified
Come on.
every goddamn hour on that. We were so happy it was hip-hop in the daytime because V103 only play hip-hop at night.
At night, talk your
Fast
shit.
forward a little bit more, they get a show called Future Flavors.
Talk your
Chris
shit.
Lover, and this man, Poon Daddy, and Lala, who all
La
are
La La
legendary.
Latina.
La
Lala
La
off of
La
Power
Latina.
right
Yes,
now.
sir.
talking about La La La
La La La
Off of
Latina.
Power. Ludacris, the
Latina.
rapper.
Read it high.
This man right here, Poon Daddy. They lit up every high school in the city. They came out to my college. I remember when the beginning of Fat Rabbit, I was there at one of the first concerts.
Let me touch
This
it.
brother, and then to move
Let me
on to
feel
a latter
it.
career after the music stuff, this man moves into film, TV. He's an executive. He's a producer. He's one of the contributing producers of the new show on Hulu, Hip Hop Underground.
Hey.
Okay.
Hey, man.
Hip-Hop Uncovered.
Hip Hop Uncovered. I'm
Get it
sorry,
right,
forgive
bud.
me. I was popping shit a little too hard. But we got the legendary ATL legend. I didn't know originally from Los Angeles. Poon Daddy in the goddamn culture. We got Poon Daddy in the
What's up?
motherfucking house.
Well, first of all, man, I just want to thank y'all for having me come out, man, because I got a chance to check out my homeboy, R Jizzle. I call him R Jizzle. You know, right here on the More Than Culture. And I really like what you guys was doing. So when he told me to come out, I was like honored. Like, yeah, I'm there. Like, I'm in town. And I was like, forget it.
Fuck it. Yeah.
I'm here. What I need to do, send me the address. I'm there.
Pull up.
And I love it. We smoking, we drinking.
You schmeal.
It's more than culture. It's
all
more than
that.
culture, baby. I love it.
Come on, dog.
For real.
But man, before we were running, you were talking. Man, you had some crazy stories off the top.
Off top, he ready
Okay,
to go.
yeah, I'm gonna give you this one, man. This one is funny. So Faison Love, you know,
Shout out to
actor.
Faison.
Shout out to
Shout out to
Faison.
Faison.
The
We're
OG.
gonna get him up here too.
Yes,
but he
sir.
told me
Yes,
this
sir.
story, man, and I'm probably sure he's gonna tell you it again. But it's one of the funniest stories that I ever heard. And he told me it was between Carl Payne
Shout out to Carl Payne.
and my man Haitian Jack.
What?
And, you know, I tell you like this: on any given Sunday, anything can happen to the
Now,
hardest
could you
gangster.
explain to regular people who Haitian Jack? Because he's
There
a
you
part
go.
of the hip hop.
Uncovered. He's a true gangster, true real one.
Real
You know
one.
what I'm saying? It ain't a joke. You know what I mean?
His name is Haitian Jack.
Yeah, for real. So he was in the whole thing with Tupac. Allegedly, people saying he had something to do with this, that, and the third. You know what I'm saying? Hey,
But Tupac was running with him for a minute.
he was Tupac's band. He gave him a lot of love. I think
Right.
he bought Tupac's car, gave him jewelry, Rolex. He really was looking out
shit.
for him. So it got tricky where, you know, which things do with people. So they kind of fell off each other and, you know, there was a lot of little hate going on. But outside of that, Haitian Jack is also a successful music executive with a lot of different artists that he signed. He worked at Relativity, worked at a bunch of different labels or whatever. He had writers and producers signed to him. So he would be out in the main scene. So Faison told me about this story about a popular spot in Beverly Hills called Crustaceans.
Crustaceans.
So Crustaceans is a popular spot, and from what I gather, they did like an open mic where, well, not really open mic, but karaoke, where they would have people come out and do karaoke.
Right.
So Faison said it was a popping night. Everybody's in there. They're leaving. They're about to go leave. So they're making their rounds to leave. As they're leaving out the club, it's him, Carl Payne. Carl Payne is, you know, Cockroach, a.k.a. Cole from Martin. You know what I'm saying? So
Hey, in the back, we're doing the television program. Just can we get the volume down a little bit in the back? Just down.
That's
so
the
anyway,
daddy.
so they're exiting the club, they're leaving, and I guess Haitian Jack felt a certain type of way about his weight for his car. Either he had like a Bentley, Maserati, something crazy, something amazing like he always
Dope
had.
shit.
Right.
You know, and Carl Payne, I don't know what kind of car he had, whether it was a smaller Benz,
A DeLorean?
like an economical. You know what I'm saying?
Like
But
an
you know what I'm saying? Like something, I don't know. You
Don't
know,
E-class, my boy,
I mean,
bro.
come on. I mean, hey, but
Like a
listen,
C-class or something?
But he probably was smart
the
because he already
E300.
knew. Hey, man, these these episodes might not last long. Don't let me go get a 500 and got to return it.
What year is
Go
this,
get a
though?
C-class.
What year is this
This
around?
was like early 2000s, like, you know what I'm saying? Like around that time, like, you know what I mean? Like
Martin's still on.
Martin's still on. He's still on TV on one of the shows he's on. Something he on. So anyway, they're outside. So if I'm not mistaken, Haitian Jack looks to the attendant and said, "Hey man, why the fuck you got this dude's piece of shit car up here and you got my $100,000 car in the back? This dude's car is a piece of shit. What the fuck?"
Oh, man.
He going crazy on him, son.
He's going in. He's being Haitian Jack. So I think Carl felt a certain type of way, and something happened to where Haitian Jack put his finger in Carl's face.
Wow.
No.
Not the finger in the face,
Who puts their finger in Cockroach's face,
Man.
bro.
Man.
Because there was one episode in the Cosby.
Faison said all you heard was a slap. I mean, he said it was one of them real ones too, like
Fighting Big Shirley.
You know what I'm saying? So after that, everybody probably thought that Cole was going to exit out. Cole stood tall.
What nigga
We
was-
know him. That's my
What's his name
homeboy.
was running around like
He stood
trying to get his earring.
Tall
Like, he
as-
just knocked my earring. He was hot.
Relative.
Yeah.
But he stood his ground. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I guess that was maybe a New York thing. But Faison told me, man, when he let me know the story, I literally laughed for maybe about the next 2.5 because all I can picture,
It's cockroach.
all I can picture is somebody in a Gordon Gartrell slapping the shit out of
Rayon Slapper.
I knew Carl Payne was a gangster when that nigga went to Dance Mania with Theo and they said, one of y'all can get in. And that nigga said, go Cockroach. That nigga Cockroach said, all right then, my boy. I'm going to get the fuck on, but
I'm taking my turn.
Man, to me, that was one of the illest stories ever. I just thought, like, you would never think, but hey, man, don't sleep on Cockroach. Don't sleep on Cole. Bro.
Any given Sunday, like you said,
Any
bro.
given Sunday.
At the crustaceans.
At the Beverly Hills. You wasn't about to do him like that on rodeo. On rodeo.
On rodeo.
Well, you know, rodeo's down the hill. You know, rodeo's up the hill. That's what they don't know.
Oh,
So
okay.
look, we was talking about on the phone today. We were talking about a legendary spot that we talked about. Bruce 559.
559.
And I mentioned
Atlanta
that Shawty.
classic.
Shout out to the OG Shawty. He got a picture of his house, big ass poster with him and Andre 3000. And Andre's eyes is red. And we know who listen to Outkast. Andre ain't smoked since the first album, second album.
Before he put on the bonnet.
Right, and you proceed to tell me a 3000 story that was amazing.
You got a 3-stack story.
I got a chance to be in the house when the legendary Dirty South was being done. But before that song was being done, they was cutting another record called
I'm talking to the mic.
First Goody Mob album.
Hold the mic down.
It was on the first Goody Mob album. It was just an interlude. And he literally said it after that like that was the last time he was smoking. Like that was the last day he was smoking. He still had the bonnet on and everything. But he said
What interlude?
It was a turban.
We was like, smoke that shit.
It's not a
no,
bonnet.
when he
Definitely not a bonnet.
he said sitting on their Lincoln 4 a.m. thinking.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah.
In reality, the world is like a ball full of
Players.
players. We tried to retire this baby.
That right there, you know that
Players and only
player.
players. It's the tightest game that you can have. The devil's taking a swing and that sprayed their broken glass.
You could just
ball,
start.
see the pistol
You could
fall.
just start at
Inside, nobody would die in concert rock was
Where
where
we used to play ride.
The only thing we feel is when it's rain.
Never thought about hitting licks just like a cane.
All I think I be the one to give it to abortion. Label me murderer because my ass is scorching. Hot from the block, that's just under my seat. Yeah, it's real fucked up that my folks come to get me. And it's like that. Hey, it's like a lot, don't stop.
That's
And
hard.
it's like,
We just wrote bro man style to Outkast like, oh my god, you guys, I love that song
But
too.
guess what? It ain't nothing wrong with it.
Man, that shit was like
no.
pivotal parts of our life. They was giving us real game.
Bro,
man.
so you was in the house when they
one
was
of my
making.
favorite verses ever.
So you was there for thought process.
I was
my
there
nigga?
for thought process and
Take your time. Take
Dirty
your time.
South.
All right, so let's break
Yeah,
this
please tell me
down.
what
Okay,
happened.
Dirty South.
Where y'all was at?
Come on.
We was at. Now it's called Stankonia, but at this time it was called Boss Town because Bobby Brown still owned it. Boss Town.
Cocaine was still on the table, baby.
If
know
it
what I'm
wasn't
saying?
for cocaine, Atlanta music,
Cocaine
probably
and piss in the
wouldn't-
corner.
What?
You don't even know about that.
Oh, this time they
Bobby
might
Brown
go
pissed
together.
in his own booth one time because he didn't feel like going to the bathroom.
Legendary shit.
Oh, for real? Oh,
I ain't heard that.
Yeah.
What?
He pissed in the corner. He had to do a cut, and he didn't really want to take the time to leave the booth.
He was
so
recording
he
my
turned
prerogative.
around and pissed
It's
in
my
the corner.
When did the P run? And
do
how
what
was
I
the
wanna
drain
do.
through? What-
Well,
Did the P run back on him?
I think
'Cause that'd be a bad idea.
at this time, if you've ever been to Stankonia or Bardstown, you notice that the booths are layered in carpet.
No,
So
it's not
So
so.
it's Bobby
It's DNA of
Brown
Bobby.
right now?
Yeah.
I'm booking yeah.
booking
Nah, you
It's
can't
probably
change
so.
it out now.
Maybe Outkast switched out the
would
carpets.
hope
You
so.
know what I'm saying? Probably took that and wrapped it. Classic Bobby BP.
Y'all smell piss and cocaine?
Yes.
Hey, you can sell that shit, goddamn.
Yes. To anybody,
A
nigga.
crackhead ate that carpet, nigga. Crackhead like, damn, this carpet delicious.
All you got to do is squeeze it out.
Did y'all
For
season?
real, man.
You
Do
saw
some
the carpet.
stem cell research.
Y'all got some more of that carpet?
Yes. Some amazing carpet.
Got my nose running, baby. What's up? What was in that carpet?
So yeah, so that night I got a chance to be in the
Bobby
house for
P.
Dirty South and cell therapy. It was a real battle for
You gotta
Dirty
tell me what they was
South.
playing. You said when you walked in.
Oh, all you heard was the sample from the Dirty South. Just that 1 to the 2, the 3 to 4, because there was no other parts done. I think that was just gonna be the initial hook. Something. It was a whole big thing, but Cool Breeze had labeled it was gonna be his record. But everybody, from what I remember, that came in that room, even parts of PA, was trying to pin a verse to that song. Like everybody was shooting their shots.
Dirty South, cool.
You know what I'm
So
saying?
Dre was there.
Dre was there. Everybody was there. Dre was there. Gip was there. See, everybody came like over time, but by the end of the night, when it was laid and Big Boy went in there and laid and it was done, it was the full dungeon, like
Who was the
full throttle.
Do you remember the first person who laid a verse?
Yeah, Cool Breeze.
That was Cool
Cool
Breeze's
Breeze.
song.
But it was like already Cool Breeze's song, if I'm not mistaken. It was kind of a combative
Like a
thing.
posse cut, right?
Well, no, it was actually gonna be his song, and I think him and Rico kind of talked about putting everybody else on it and making that like a posse cut. But that was kind of like a coin or a term that people in East Point have been saying for the longest. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Dirty
They've
South.
been saying that because Cool Breeze is a real East Point street nigga. Like, you know what I mean? A lot of
He's
people don't know
credited
that.
with inventing Dirty South.
Yeah.
He's credited with
All
that.
day, yeah.
So is
But hold on, the story was you saw you and Stat, y'all smoked.
Oh yeah, that was one of the last times I ever smoked. That was one of the last times he ever smoked, right there at Bosstown.
This nigga was there for Stack's last blunt.
what you talking about? Come on, man.
Shut up.
Right,
That was one of the most amazing times I think I ever.
Did
to
you-
me, that all those isms I think was some of the best times of my life, even
He wasn't
before
on
the
that
radio
song.
station. No,
He was too high.
Did you keep the roach?
hell no, they keep. No, I should have.
Did you keep the roach?
I don't think. I don't think
Roaches
it's
from that session will
What?
go so high.
I don't think we actually thought he was gonna be his last time smoking. You know, if somebody say, I ain't gonna smoke no more, like, come on.
But after I heard Dirty South, I'd have been like, all the roaches, please. Please. This is going to be a hit.
But Andre wasn't on Dirty South.
I don't give a fuck. Whoever was on there.
I'm gonna tell you
was
real talk,
smoking
man.
on
It
his
was so
roaches.
many great songs that was developed at the dungeon. Me just going to Conrad Street because it was so crazy because it was a real process. They used to keep a beat playing for like a day.
That's what they saying.
So many people would write songs to the beat, and it would be like you would have like Rico would come, be like 2-3 different people had 2-3 different songs to the same beat because the beat just been playing all day.
So the best song win.
Basically, yeah.
Wow, that's
For real.
great.
So when you Future Flavors, how did y'all start that? How? Because I know Ryan Cameron got a story about Ludacris being his intern. I remember Ryan Cameron torturing him on the radio every day.
What?
Chris was like the So Def mascot.
Yeah. Oh,
the whole
yeah.
time. Every day.
That's crazy.
Every
And that's
single-
crazy, because that's one of the first bad Jones I ever said to Ludacris. He used to say it every morning, like to the point everybody used to be like, Ryan said that. I was like, wait a minute, I said it. Oh, he got you.
He got you. He
I
got you in
said-
the break room.
He took your
Why did
559
you do
set.
that?
It was actually a thing, though. This was deeper than that.
What?
So that
Chris was
the
like,
plan.
I want to be that, because it was like that sign driving up
Yeah,
85.
yeah.
'Cause he's not
as
Ludacris at this
nah,
time. He's
well, he is Ludacris, but he's not. He's always
intern.
been Ludacris. Chris Lover was who he evolved to be so he can be on radio because Ludacris just didn't sound right. So Chris actually worked at the station before Ryan. This is the cold part.
Oh, shit. History.
I was at the station. I was interning for KK and Bootleg.
Shout out to KK Holiday and
Bootleg. They was the
Goddamn.
Flip Squad or something
The
like that. They was
Flip
on
Squad.
first. It's the 6 to 10. That was the first night jocks that was on hot. I was interning for them because I basically didn't really know I had a job. So Mary Catherine Steed and Steve Hegwood basically made me work in programming. So I went in every sector from sales to production. I was in there with Jerry Smoking B, doing commercials, like everything. They were just teaching me everything there
Shout out to
was.
Steve Haywood.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Streets 945.
Yes, he does, and he's in the Radio Hall of Fame too.
Smart,
He's a
man.
legend. So so one day I was up at the station, and I don't really know what I was doing. I might have been just in the hallway, and at this time the station was in College Park, but it was in a like an apartment building. So it was like, you know what I mean? It looked like an office place, but it looked like an apartment building, but it's not. It's an office park. So we was upstairs, but the doors were light. So if it's after hours, like 7:30, something like that. So if you're banging on the door, you can hear it all the way in the studio. You know what I'm saying? So somebody was banging on the door for like about 20 minutes. So I go downstairs. I'm like, oh shit, this got to be somebody. I go down there. It's some dude with a flat top. He's like, hey man, how do I get my song on the radio? I'm like, what? Is that why you're here? I'm like, I don't, you know what I'm saying? But it kind of caught me off guard, so it's like I didn't want to just tell him no bullshit. So I was like,
your pistol on you or anything?
no, I didn't. I just, you know what I'm saying? I'm thinking about the radio station. Who's going to shoot you at the radio station?
If
you don't play my song, goddamn.
right?
But this is, you got to understand, I'm a college student, man. I ain't got no pistol out here. You know what I mean? Like, my thinking is totally different. So,
righteous black man.
exactly. Getting my education.
Using intelligence.
So,
to combat bullets.
we got to talking, and I let him in. When I let him in, he was kind of like, you could just tell his spirit. Chris is a cool person when, just hollering at him. So I was like, well, look, I don't really know what to tell you but this. The station only been on 3 months. Everybody needs an intro or some type of identification. Make some drops for them. Make them like a minute long. Listen to their show. Listen to maybe if they got a segment or two. Try to throw that in there. He did one the following day for every person that was on the air. Everybody used it, including Ryan. So when Chris first initially came, he wasn't on with Ryan Cameron. He was on with Art Terrell and Felicia Love.
Art Terrell.
Who was on before Ryan, because when you leave one radio station and go to another one, they have like a 6-month non-complete clause where you can't just leave and steal the fans or whatever.
Ryan was coming back from D.C.
Yeah, he had to go there to the whole big non-compete clause because he had to go there and work with Radio 1 and then come here. So Art Terrell, Felicia Love, and Chris Lover, because Felicia Love, that's where Chris Lover came from, well, they was on the radio together. So Chris was like the intern, the flunky or whatever, just the guy, on the air. He did the character on there. So that's pretty much how he started. By me and him knowing each other already, because I met him and kind of got him on up there, and us being the youngest people, we just gravitated to each other. So the station being a young station, and I just think that a lot of times, just with us in radio, we weren't your average radio guys, because usually radio people are the people that's kind of like the goofy people in school, the people that really didn't make it, so they go try to be a lifestyle entertainer or some type of, you know what I mean? So for me, I played high school football. I was on a football scholarship.
Right.
I wasn't, that wasn't me. And Chris was the same type of way. He was rapping in school. He knew, people knew who he was at Banneker. So we weren't that same type of thing. So I think a lot of people, just artists and everybody, gravitated to us. Plus, we were of the culture. Right. And then our show was basically set to play new, dope music, shit you ain't never heard. And it was kind of mimicking the show that Marley Marl and DJ Tony Touch had called Future Flavors. He used to come on Sunday nights in New York. So we had like our own version, and it ended up getting so big. We were only on for 6 weeks on Sundays. The show was so popular, we went from just doing the show on Sundays, then Steve was like, you got to get on Nab's show. I need you guys on DJ Nab's show, because Nab's is a little bit reserved. We need some energy on the show. He's in the 6 o'clock job. So we did that. 3 months later, no, maybe 4 months later, they put Nabs from 10 to 2 and moved us to 6 to 10. And it literally happened just like that.
What year was this? This had to be like
This is like, this is like 95, 96.
Yeah, this is like my whole high school. Y'all was lit.
Yeah, because by the time the Olympics came, we were already on the air by ourselves. Wow. So that was the summer of 96. So that we might have been on the air maybe by ourselves totally maybe about like
But y'all
3-4
split the
months.
radio up in the house. Like, children, before the internet was everywhere.
Yeah.
You listened to V103, but it wasn't. You didn't hear rap till 6 o'clock till Great Street came on.
Right.
But then this shit was playing rap in the morning. We was like, what the
9-7.
fuck? Nigga, they playing the Brat. Y'all played the Brat to
8
death.
a.m.
They played funk. It was me and Amir. Me and South Trill, man. Me and
Shout
him used to
out.
listen to that shit at his house. Had that bitch outside playing, bro.
Right.
We was like, nigga, they playing rap. It's young niggas on here. Yeah. And then everybody used to listen to y'all. It was either your parents listen to V, we listen to,
Right.
the kids would listen to 97.5.
Yeah, so we really kind of like patterned because it was young, it was flavor. And my thing was this. People always ask where did Poon Daddy come from? Poon Daddy really came from, it was a name that necessarily came, but the embodiment of it. Because when I first came here from L.A. and I went to the West End Mall, I met a dude in the mall that told me he was a West End Crip.
You from L.A., boy. You
And
looking
I'm like,
what?
huh? But in my mind, and even to people in my neighborhood, me going to Atlanta is a real culture. Like, oh, nigga, you about to go to Atlanta and learn some shit, nigga. That's where, nigga, you know what I mean? That's the South. You know what I mean? It's different from LA. So to us, this is a gold mine treasure. Why would you even taboo it with some bullshit by gangbanging? Like, this is the home of Dr. King, Marcus got like.
That's where the niggas from Boys in the
What are
Hood
you
go.
talking about? Like, you know what I mean? This is where you come and get your
escape,
Yeah, like this is where you come get along.
of the
crazy.
black
You
man.
know,
more
this is where you
drive-bys,
see
Pete.
niggas actually
Man,
being
it's-
successful. So where you come from everywhere
It's
else,
the
you can say,
destination.
oh, I don't see no niggas doing that. Man, when I came here, I seen niggas doing everything. And they good.
My first time seeing a
I'm
Range
like,
Rover.
what?
My first time seeing a Range Rover when they first came out, it was Babyface driving that bitch, and I was like,
Wow.
that nigga right there. Like,
Was it the 4.0 or the 4.6?
he had the big,
The
mother-
big
way
one.
before that,
It looked
that
big.
big ugly motherfucker. That
Look,
91.
it was a big ass piece of metal. It
It
was
was
ugly.
huge.
First
yeah.
joint.
He had that motherfucker.
I remember I seen one of crisscrossing them motherfuckers when they first came out.
Ooh,
The little
yeah.
light skin one.
The
He had
Miggity
one of them
Miggity Mac?
motherfuckers.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
he
had
had
that
one of
shit
them
in the video. I
motherfuckers.
remember that
He
shit.
had one of them motherfuckers. He used to rap about crown eat on chrome. He used to always talk about whatever it was called. I remember that nigga used to drive. He was like maybe 8 times smaller than that motherfucker. That shit have crushed him about 8 times. That shit.
Yeah. Starting guard. All the way from L.A. Tyler Chronicles.
Yeah.
What's going on? All right,
So,
start,
you know,
start
what's
from
up?
the beginning.
That nigga was thinking of that joke the whole way.
Nice to meet you,
doing,
good brother,
Good to
man.
meet you.
Legend.
Yo, he was just telling me that Slauson had the best Philly cheesesteaks.
Where you get one from?
Who?
I was just fucking around. Both LA niggas like,
Yeah, he's from LA originally.
that's crazy,
He's from-
son.
Okay,
He's
from
an Atlanta,
Inglewood,
LA
man.
nigga too.
Yeah, yeah.
Both of y'all Atlanta, LA niggas.
Yeah, I lived in a lot of different places, but Inglewood, I was born in Centinela, man.
Oh,
yeah,
okay,
for sure.
yeah. I'm lost in Crenshaw.
Come on, man.
Hey, tell us
Rest in
when them
peace,
niggas
Nip.
was finna kill I-20.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we
Ludacris
gonna
about
get.
to kill I-20?
No, he got a good story.
Oh, he got a good story.
Talking
I
to
don't
the
even
mic.
know. Should I say?
Say it into the mic, though, when you do it.
Okay. Well, look, man. Let me
killing
just
us
say
on
this,
this
man. Let me just say this, bro.
Alright.
Let me just say this. A lot of times when people go different places, you know, people don't necessarily know who people are. And I remember, if I'm not mistaken, it was maybe Fate and I-20, and they ran into Magic. I mean, I don't know if anybody knows who Magic is, but
You talking about Magic City Magic?
no. Magic is a force to be reckoned with in Los Angeles and the Hollywood area. So if you come to Hollywood in the LA area, you know, it's people that's there to try to
You got to check in.
you know, check in, this, that, and the third. So it's situations like that. So we were in I want to say the Shark Bar or something like that, or the Shark, what was it, the Shark Bar or something? It might have been
In
the
Atlanta?
No, in L.A.
Okay.
On Sunset. Might have been the Shark. It was something.
Sharp
something.
bars on Sunset.
It was something that was in the sky. Or maybe it was a sky bar or something
Sky
like that.
bar.
Maybe it was a sky bar. So we was there. I think Ludacris was having something. So all I can remember is I'm standing at the bar and I-20 and like the road manager come running up to me like, yo, it's some Crips messing with us. Some Crips messing with us.
Messing with us is hilarious.
And I'm like,
Sound like Mr. Clark, somebody out here trying to beat up King.
Like, you know what I mean? It's like, I'm like, what? So they coming to me automatically, hey, not, you know, because they like but they know I'm from LA, so they know where I'm from. So they like instantly come to me. So I walk over there, I'm looking to see, the dude's so little, I don't even see him. I'm like, where they at?
You don't see the crib. That's hilarious.
The little
tiny one. He's
the
a
little
crib.
guy.
Tiny Loke.
And then I
The
see,
craziest ones though.
I see it's Magic, and see Magic,
shit.
and if you know anything about Magic, and if you ran across the Magic got so much cap, he'll kill you with everything, because he a Muslim, he a Crip, he pro-righteous, he got a 401k, he got, you know what I'm saying? It's no way of
kill you
you
with
not
everything.
getting a way to help and support him. It's no way.
Yo, let me
got
tell you
angles.
something,
Either
brother.
you gonna do it the right way, or you go. It's we coming off that
I got some
train,
life
partner.
insurance on your head,
You know
brother.
what I'm saying? Like,
But just know your family gonna get paid.
This nigga take out insurance on your voice.
That's the hardest shit ever, nigga.
so you know what I'm saying? So I think I hadn't been in LA in a while, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, I already know what's up. I mean, everybody, a lot of people, more than ever, they know who I am, especially knowing that I, was working in music. So when I walked up to him, and he's kind of seen me, and I'm looking at him, I'm like, he said, "Where you from?" I'm like, "Where you from?" And he was like, "I'm from A7 Gangsta," and I was like, "Oh, I'm from Rolling 60s." He was like, "Oh, what?" It was kind of confused, and I had a grill in my mouth. It was like, huh? Like, what's going on here?
He thought you was free picking. He thought you was just
exactly.
chopping it.
So
Okay,
he
see
was
what's going
like,
on.
you know what I'm saying? So we chopped it up real fast, politics, you know what I'm saying? Instantly he got a whiff of who I was, and then he was like, oh yeah, da-da-da. So I remember I walked back to everybody else in the clique, and they was looking, and they was like, everything okay? I was like, yeah, everything fine. Shaka, he want to do some stuff with the nonprofit. He want to give us some money. I don't know, it's something, whatever. Maybe
Shout
we
out
can do
to
it.
Shaka.
But right now, this day, I just want to tell you, Magic is one of my homies, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? I just talked
Shout out
to
to
him.
Magic.
You know what I'm saying? His son Foolie, he's a real one, and he's one of those people that, like the Hip Hop Uncovered is talking about. Like, one of those people that when you go places, and a lot of people don't know, it's a street element, and you don't know the right person, and a lot of stuff can happen to you. You get robbed, you can get killed, all from just having an ego.
You can do that whole show with comedians.
Yeah.
There's some comedians that like Two-Ray, when you go to Philly, you're gonna be straight.
exactly.
You know what I'm saying? You go to
Ali.
Houston, Ali gonna
Yes,
goddamn,
sir.
you know what I'm saying? Ali Sadiq. So that's hard.
Man, I remember a time, nigga, at the 559, the comedy night you was talking about, I swear to God, I promise you, the first time I met Mike Epps, I thought he was there to do comedy and end up robbing a nigga and came home with me. Like, I swear, I think that's what had, he still say to this day he didn't happen. I remember the next day.
That's hilarious.
Because Mike came home with me. I knew somebody he knew, because he like, man, I was like, cutting. I lived like around the corner. He came home, and I remember the next day, Mike was like, yeah, man, somebody stole somebody's jewelry or something. And I was like, one of the comedians? They was like, yeah, and Mike was one of them niggas, like, you know what I'm saying? On any given night, you could get Indianapolis Mike or Mike Epps, the comedian.
Yeah.
Hey,
You went TK?
Light-skinned niggas get a perm, boy. They get vicious. All his old mugshots, he got a perm in, and he was goddamn on that shit.
Like
Like,
Ice-T.
killer.
Don't it look like him and Ice-T was cousins or something? If you look at the old pictures of Ice-T, Mike Epps and Ice-T is like second cousins.
Aw,
they like
damn.
I
light-skinned
was
mom.
scared of Ice-T.
You got another victim. Dead. 22 years old. Life wasted. Life wasted. Damn, that nigga's the same
You know
nigga
what?
in every movie, every show. Damn.
Is
I was
Ice-T
scared.
the West Coast voice of like the 90s, like the early 90s? Because like that's L.A.
But when you see him in Breaking One, you don't be scared no more.
Yeah.
You don't.
Hey, but you know what? Look,
That nigga
even with the fishnet and the rayon on, he still sound hard. Break in, he down.
He was like-
down. Go 1, 2, 2.
No, that was like
One,
my favorite
two,
one
three.
was like that song.
That nigga was obviously garbage.
And then when that white girl jumped in, what is this? It's a girl.
Hey,
What is this? It's a girl.
it make you feel like in some of the time in the 80s, like whoever had money for studio time was gonna get on. Because some of them
Right.
songs was god awful, nigga. Like,
Right.
yeah.
Well, you gotta remember, cocaine was so big in California in the 80s. Like, if you had some good coke, you could get an album, like right then and there.
Studio time, nigga.
Like, you
I
gotta-
rap for 2 days.
You feel me? Like, you pull
That's
up
true.
you pull up to the Carolina West.
Right.
You know, the red onion.
Niggas made Easy E rap.
Come on,
That's
man.
right.
Like,
He didn't want
but
to.
even not even Easy. Let's just go back to niggas like
Shit, LA Dream Team. Oh, yes.
Mixed Master Spade and Toddy T. Like, I mean, that's real LA shit. Them niggas was like counselors.
Yeah.
And they was like, let's rap on the side.
What type of counselors though?
Do you want to go?
They was
the
like
liquor
drug
store?
counselors, like
Yeah.
school counselors.
They was like, you know, for
like rehab counselors.
no, Mixed Master Spade worked at like Nickerson Gardens, like in the,
Oh,
you
shit,
know what I'm
in
saying,
the,
in the
in the
gym,
hood,
like
shit.
you know what I
Oh,
mean,
shit.
like they was
Nigga
the
was a
real
YMCA
exactly.
This nigga
Like,
was
they
a
was
health
like,
coach.
oh, the rap shit popping.
This
Oh,
nigga
let's
got
do
the,
that shit,
he
Toddy.
got the key to the gym and became a hip hop.
You know what I'm saying? And a legendary one too.
Yes, sir.
Jerry Curls straight. He was one of the early curls.
The early curlers. He was an early
Like
curler.
history fact right there. Early curl.
Early curl.
He had it before Tukey.
I mean, yeah, I mean, probably though. I mean, because you know, Tukey. Well, I mean, if you was a Crip or a Blood in the '70s or the '80s, like a curl was like.
You had your money together.
It was like a kid.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It was like a red rag, blue rag, Jerry curl,
Right.
colored belt, khakis. You know what I'm saying? It was
Towel
like a,
for
you
the
know?
Ain't nothing
Drip.
funny
Exactly.
than that Tukey on the Gong Show though. Y'all see
Oh hell yeah!
Scrunch
Oh,
on
my
the
uncle on there too. My uncle used to
Tukey
do that
was
same
the
shit.
show.
Yeah.
They used to live together at
Hold on,
Venice
tell these
Beach.
people who your uncle is.
Well, my uncle is Big U, but I got another uncle, Big Vale. They used to do it, but
Oh, Big Vale, okay.
Big U ain't never did no weird shit like that. He was a force to be reckoned with.
Hey,
Eugene,
yeah, they say Big U was knocking niggas' heads out their
Yeah,
shoulders.
Eugene was a force to be reckoned. Man, I could give y'all a real story, man. I ain't gonna
Let's do
really
that.
go into it, you know what I'm saying? But I can remember a certain person, you know, he's another big ally in the gangbang culture. He had a little book out or whatever. So, but he's from the, you know, the other side of the fence, what we call. But I was like probably maybe like 11, 12 years old. So Florence.
He's a
was like-
blood? Is that what you mean?
No, he was a Crip. So just so you understand it,
Okay, I
LA,
wanna-
the LA culture, the LA culture before '79 was like red and blue, and after '79, Crips start fighting Crips because the West Side Crips broke up. You know what I'm saying? So you had a lot of sectors or whatever, but really what happened is the gangsters and the hustlers broke up. So you had niggas that was calling themselves gangsters, and you had other people that was other niggas that was calling themselves hustlers. So hustlers was more or less as a unite. Gangsters was more or less like, I'm the gangsterist, I'm number one, individualism. So we didn't really like, you know, it was a big split, it was a big fight. Nigga got shot at the junior high school, and from that day on, the biggest two Crips in LA was at war. So somebody from the other side got caught in the hood. And it was a situation where he could have got killed. So at this time, I want to say Big U probably was like 17, 18. This was a grown man. He had to be at least 28, 29, like massive, like swole, big, all that. But Big, just his skills of just how he was able, his size and how quick he was, and then he was a real martial arts fool.
That's what niggas didn't
So-
know.
Didn't know.
You cannot
Just a-
fight a street nigga.
Just
knows
imagine
martial arts.
exactly. So a nigga you go from trying to be head up fight, and he just kick your face off your
Man.
Like
But
the
it's
Boondocks?
but
Listen,
it's a size 13 though.
Nigga getting
You know what I'm
kicked
saying?
like a properly formed
Yes.
karate kick
And some Jordan
by Shaq?
on the street, nigga.
So he
with
had
a Jordan jean
So
across
look,
your face?
That
so he
shit is
beat this grown man.
so
Corduroy.
He
With
beat
a
this
mist
grown
of
man
Jerry
down,
curl juice.
and then made him walk back to his hood in his drawers.
What?
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? And that's where the necessary,
Black history
like the
fact.
real big draws. What? Ally
The real
came
big
with.
draws. Wow,
Yeah,
that's
you know,
fun.
he beat a nigga out of his drawers.
Wow.
Put the mic down.
Shit. Jesus Christ,
Yeah,
guys.
so, you know,
Wait till I
so-
tell y'all who that is. When we finish.
I mean, you know,
I ain't gonna lie, bro. I was
Told us the
just.
story about Carl Payne slapping Haitian Jack already. He said Carl Payne slapped.
Yeah, it's been crazy. It's been crazy.
That's how we started.
Man, Darren be driving so goddamn slow, bro. Oh my God. We're gonna talk about that later too. Jesus Christ.
I ain't gonna lie.
told us Carl Payne slapped the shit out of Haitian Jack. I was like, oh, it's lit. Let's
I was just in L.A.
More
and
tequila.
Right, I know who not to stand by.
I had a red
so
flannel
look,
shirt.
just so you know, we're
Didn't
gonna
wear
have Faison. Y'all gonna have Faison on the show because
church.
he gave me the story this Christmas when we was up in Vegas at his house. Literally, man, I cried for 2 days because I told him the only thing I can see is my head is like a Gordon Gartrell. Wow. You know what I'm saying? With the shirt
That
on.
shit make it so much funnier with that shirt. Fuck no, we got
You
to
know?
Oh, I
standing.
cannot wait to watch this episode.
Faison told me he stood there like, and he said all he could do is just be like, whoa. So it wasn't like a situation where it was like, it escalated. It just like,
Damn, Carl Payne.
Okay.
Because he tried to tell me with his eyes he'll fuck a nigga up. He was like, yo, Ronnie, I'm telling you from Harlem.
Yeah. New York niggas is
I was
crazy.
like, I believe you,
hey,
man.
man, look, from when I heard that story, you see, Faison is one of those type of niggas, he's a really enticer. So he tries niggas in situation. Like I never forget the story. He telling me him and Chris Tucker got in 6 fights at the House of Blues after Friday.
6?
And one night.
6 fights in one.
Bro, what?
Yeah, they said Chris Tucker used to be like, man, I can't go out with you.
Yeah, man.
Like, nigga, I can't. You know, he Atlanta nigga, so he like cool shit.
That's why he stopped
Faison,
cussing.
huge, big,
After
big
the
super
shit,
blood.
After
You
the
know what I'm
second
saying? From
fight,
San
I'm
Diego.
going home,
Man,
bruh.
what?
So, no, okay, so look. So
When I see him about to start the
Okay, so I
second
got corrected about your story, Ronnie.
I got one.
So Ronnie was talking about this story earlier at the what award show was
We was
it?
at the
Oh, yeah.
2004 BET Awards, and Monique was hosting. I was doing punch-ups and shit, but it was Clinton Portis or somebody.
No,
it was two
he said
niggas.
it was Blue. It was Outkast manager. That's who he
known
said
for
he
knocking
got
a nigga
into
out.
it with. And then
Okay,
he said
it was the two football niggas
Yeah,
right next to them,
It
though.
was right next to him. But he said they all got up.
You want me, y'all heard the story before,
Yeah,
right?
hell
He
yeah.
said they all got. He was like, yeah, man. That
Nah.
was,
Oh, y'all don't
he said
remember?
He said it to me so easy. Oh, that was light work.
So we at the
I know
BET
who Blood
Award.
is. That's what he told me
we
about Ronnie.
We had the BET Awards. Clinton Portis and this other dude, I forgot he used to play DB for the Raiders. And I remember them being in the Source magazine with this watch.
Rod
ads.
Wilson?
No, this he had braces for a long time. Black dude. They had these, like, remember them G-Shock watch with the bands? They
I
had
had a
all the
G-Shock
diamonds.
green.
But they was in a watch ad, but both of them niggas ain't had no shirts on, and they had their jewelry on and shit. And I was like, I said, hey, man, I see you in the Source standing nipple to nipple with Clinton Portis. Like, that's the first shit I said. That nigga was hollering, right? So then Faison come, and there's some niggas in his seat. I'm behind them. Faison got a Dickie suit on, and he got some skateboard shoes on. So this nigga was like, nah,
some
these
Vans.
he said, nah.
Save skateboard shoes in the South.
He said, nah, bro, this how I see. He said, nah, these my seat, homie. And then nigga said, nah, man, watch out. And nigga said, Pyru, nigga. And I was like, oh my God.
He instantly went there. It
But
went
his
from
hands
1 to 10.
went like this, like, he was like, oh, he like bowed up.
What?
But the Dickie suit like activated. It started buckling and shit. It turned into armor. And that nigga stood. Armor. It was like Iron Man, nigga. He had like a glow in the middle. It was red.
That's crazy, bro.
And them niggas got up and moved.
Yeah. That's crazy. Like, most people from that era, comedians, singers, rappers, like, all them niggas did bang, though, too. That's the crazy.
But I'm sitting there like,
Nigga would be a crooner.
I'm over there. I'm
Hell yeah.
fucked up because I'm like, nigga, Big Worm is really.
No.
Big
You
Worm.
want me to give you the real one?
Nigga's a bully.
Listen, guys.
Listen, guys.
I'm about to give you the realest one ever.
Listen,
This one
guys.
messed me up, okay?
I was listening the whole time.
No. Look, check this out. So as a kid watching
saying,
Soul
listen,
Train, man,
Okay. Yeah.
I always used to just be gravitated to the big nigga that was in the back, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Used to be on stage
ticking.
with motherfucking New Edition all the time, Lou.
Nigga have a
So-
best
Light-skinned
song.
dude.
Yeah, the
Tall
light-skinned
nigga.
dude.
I know
So
exactly. He look like he
never
got a-
in my wildest dreams
He's gonna meet this nigga.
did I know he was a real super Inglewood family blood, like a lieutenant, nigga. Like got 50 niggas under him.
That nigga used to be
this
jumping.
nigga, this nigga right here, nigga.
Lieutenant, nigga.
Lou, that's his name. Lou, something. Bow-legged Lou. Oh, no. Bow-legged Lou is from
Full Force.
Full
New
Force.
York. I was about
But
to
this dude was like
You talking about the light skinned dude?
the light
He
skin,
even in a
tall,
New
he like
Edition video.
he like
Bro, we got-
6'5".
He used to,
Boy,
but they
that's
used to be
funny.
jumping over shit. Yeah.
One day I was at this. One day I was at what was that? This park is right across the street. He know because he from Inglewood. The park right across the street from the Winter Schnitzel, right there on La Brea and Slauson.
Not La
What-
Cienega.
Is that La Cienega Park?
Yeah, I
yes,
think
La
it is La
Cienega
Cienega
Park.
right there, yeah.
So La Cienega Park is a small little park right there.
I
So
know that from the Proud family.
now, I mean, my neighborhood is up the block, but this is kind of tricky because once you cross La Brea, that's instantly the Bloods. You know what I'm saying? But I'm like, I'm
First
like
Street,
football
yeah.
practice.
The
I don't really
Braves
got
are
on-
Peachtree. That
I don't
shit
really
long.
got on- I don't really got on too much blue. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? I got on. I went to
try it.
You know what I mean? I think I got
That's
on my.
so funny that you have to think about that every time you leave the house. I don't have on too much blue.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I ain't
But
doing
see,
too much today.
Ronnie, here was the tricky part. I kind of was like politically correct because I'm from Slauson area, you know, from the 60s, but I played football, and in that time, it was kind of like things to do in L.A. So if you played football, you wanted
Catch
to
a
go
little
to
pass.
one school, Dorsey.
Yes, sir.
If you played basketball,
Wanted
you
to go
wanted
to
to go to
Crenshaw.
one school, Crenshaw.
Yes,
and maybe Westchester if your family had money because they
Yep.
kind of was bigger. But that's where you wanted to go. So I played football. Even though I'm risking my life every day going through the jungles, I'm going to do it so I can play football over here. But because if you're good, nigga, they going to embrace you. You ain't got to worry about
Did you
nothing.
see a little
Catch a
child with
pass.
a briefcase in the jungles?
That would have been me.
I seen a few people like that at my...
I stayed on Ursula right by the gym by Jim Gillian.
What? My homeboy stayed off Ursula Lake Easy, man.
Yeah, I cannot remember the name of our apartment complex, but we were right on the
Wow.
end by Jim Gillian. Yeah, he
I
talking
know all
me.
about the jungles, though, homie, because I used to slide through.
Yeah. You went to Dorsey? You ended up going
I
to
went
Dorsey?
I
Ah,
graduated
copy.
from Dorsey. That's where I played football at. I played
Man.
with Keyshawn.
No
I played on the other
shit.
side
Come
of
on,
that
man.
Dorsey, yeah.
Fucking Charmant Shaw, aka
nigga.
Kareem. So,
Hollywood, nigga, that's one of my best friends in this
my
world.
nigga, so Nate fucking
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Kareem
yeah,
Abdul-Jabbar,
that's his
yeah,
name,
Tony Beavers.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Rest in peace.
Rest in
It was
peace,
Norman
man.
Beavers, yeah.
So Tony Beavers, my friend. That's his little brother. We grew up together. I stayed with
real?
Norman, Alice, and Tony. Yeah,
That's like my,
little
bro,
Jinx.
Let me tell you something, man.
Jinx.
You are talking about
Yeah.
like pedigree of mine.
Come on,
Like,
man.
Tony.
Rest in
first
peace,
of all,
Antonio Carrion.
Yes, nigga.
Come on, man.
No, Antonio's living.
Oh no.
Yeah, Antonio's living. He just lost it.
Oh shit! Somebody told me he was out of here. Damn.
We almost lost.
Hold on.
Let's
Hold on, bro.
I thought
LA ain't that bad, bro. LA can't be that bad, bro.
That's the story you get every time. You know,
niggas was saying that because he got sick and he had
you know, you see a nigga in his neck little, they like, man, nigga.
Nah, he got some mental health going on. You know what I'm saying? So he was living on the streets for like 10 to 12 years.
Wow.
But this was like one of the most elite football players
fucking
in
leaked.
the 90s.
Damn.
And
My God.
He had a breakdown right after high school and
Yeah.
he started living on Skid Row with a house. He had
Yeah.
a 5-bedroom house and he still lived on Skid Row.
Yeah,
For like
I
8
lived with
years.
Norman Tone like for a long time.
So,
Hell yeah.
but these people we talk about, they play Norman Beavers. My nickname, and I got a lot of nicknames, but in Los Angeles, anybody that knows me probably like from maybe like 8 to through high school, they called me Chunk because when I was younger, I had a Jerry curl and I always was talking shit. So if you remember,
Have you heard of Humpback Chunk? It's a new
rapper,
viral
man. That's funny.
sensation.
No. Oh, the motherfucker.
I
with
just
the neck.
nutted.
I just nutted.
Motherfucker with the neck.
Damn, yeah, so I've probably been around you when I
So
was
yeah, they
like
called me.
11.
I mean, you done heard about stories about Chunk, bro.
Yeah,
I promise,
wow.
because when everything more or less started happening, I remember I came when I first.
Oh, you couldn't come
Look,
to the house though.
Look. When it's like good.
You,
No, his
to Norm
brother.
House? You used to cut, like you used to kick it in the hood like that?
Because I'm like that's the thing. I was politically correct.
Woo,
I
shit,
played
you
that-
a cold nigga,
I
bro.
played
You was
that-
over here.
I played at Baldwin.
Yeah.
And if you remember in that era,
I went to Baldwin.
Even if niggas was from a hood, they was from a crew. So I was from 60s, but I also was from DGF.
Okay.
DGF and Clan, which was what Norman Beavers was. Sean Sloan.
Mm-hmm. Sean.
Chris Miller.
Yeah.
Briscoe.
Damn.
All them niggas, they was all
Jinx,
Clan.
yeah.
Ray Beasy is my best friend, Rayburn. I don't know if you know who Rayburn
I
is.
it
He worked
sound
for-
familiar, but I gotta probably see his
He
face.
was my nigga, right? You probably seen him so much
Yeah.
with me, but he
Nah,
been
yeah, 'cause
around
everybody
with
used to
everybody.
come through Norm House all the
Exactly,
time.
But I brought Left Eye to Norman Beaver's house.
What?
Nigga. When we first got on tour, we came to LA because I had to stunt, nigga. This is my like. These are my homies, like
Yeah.
7, 8 years old. So I brought Left Eye right on the block because Walter Clayton used to live in the front, right on the back street back there, across the street from Kyle Copeland and Derek Tucker.
Okay, yeah,
Kyle
yeah.
lived across the street.
Think
Their
that's
house right there in
Redondo.
the corner.
Yeah.
So I brought.
Sorry, y'all.
Y'all niggas, yeah, these
Hey,
niggas,
I was like,
these
I'm
niggas
there. I'm
cousins,
block
bro.
with you.
These niggas about to do the kid and play.
Niggas
Man,
is
with the
cousins.
beats,
I
bro.
brought Left Eye on the block. She took
house
pictures
party.
with
This
Mrs.
is
Beavers.
the house.
She took pictures with Kevin Copeland's mom.
Yeah.
She took pictures with everybody
Kev,
on
yeah,
the
Kev
block.
passed away,
You
yeah.
know what I'm saying? It was. I'm telling you, it was some special shit. But
Man.
Tone and
Norman and Nate.
Yeah, Tone and Nate, them niggas been up under me like literally. I would go.
I had to be.
This was my. Look,
That's your lieutenant, nigga.
look. Let me explain something to you, bro.
That's the show Tyler meets his lieutenant.
This was my getaway from the hood, like, cause I stayed off of Hyde Park.
Okay.
So for me to go leave the hood and go play football, it was Beeve House. And I mean, since 8 years old, 7, 8 years old. That's all I did. I would go every morning if I'm not fucking with the homies, which I didn't really want to do. I'm walking from Hyde Park to Beeve House every day,
Rancho.
all through in the cut, doing. So I go to
You walk through Rancho?
Man, right there, bro.
Yeah, had to.
I'm a Rancho kid. I know everybody.
Damn, that's
Sean
crazy.
Sherrod, Ronnie.
Nigga, Keyshawn broke my wrist.
What?
Nigga, now that you mentioned that shit, yeah, at the house.
Oh,
Yeah.
Still got beef with that
No.
nigga.
Yeah, fucking around, but not playing. So I was hooping, and we was hooping at the school.
Keyshawn used to do really fucked up shit.
The nigga's wild as shit. Like,
Especially when he was like really bigger than everybody else. Like now he can't do that shit. But when he was,
Tell him Tyler looking for him. Tell
When
him
he was
Tyler
in high
One good
school,
fight.
when he was in high school, he was a lot taller than everybody. So and he used to kind of try to bully niggas. Now he never really bullied us because we was the same age. But he used to bully like younger niggas. I remember he used to do some cruel shit to Tony Beavers and them. Like,
man,
probably
nigga,
saw him
I'm
get his
over
wrist
there,
them.
bro.
This
That's what I'm
was Beavers
saying.
and
Like,
them.
I had,
He was them kids that y'all were laughing at.
I'm
He was
telling him,
little.
I'm like, we hoop or whatever, and the nigga found me. I fell.
we shot dice over there every night.
Every night, the niggas was over there, bro.
So when he
was at
beat
the
your
same
ass, what
time.
happened?
Yeah,
No. Norm was the only one that would touch us, like, in the house. But Keyshawn that day, I hurt my wrist, and I was showing niggas, I was like, man, I hurt my wrist. That shit don't feel good. And he was like, let me see it. And he twisted that shit, and I heard it clack. And that motherfucker swole up. Boy, what? That's nigga shit.
Yeah,
Let me see
damn.
it. Clack.
No way, that nigga shit.
So you know
He didn't
Kareem
try to break
So
it,
you
I'm
know
sure.
Kareem and Burbick and
Yeah,
everybody too, right?
Yeah, we grew up in that fucking house. My mom ended up going to South Carolina, and I ended up living with them so I could go to school. Yeah, man, that's family. I just talked to Tone the other day. Nate was out here like,
Yeah, the Tone
Few
son
months ago.
playing at USC.
man,
this
he
year.
on the way, baby.
Yeah,
I see
he a
him working
killer.
out.
He a beast.
He's huge.
Yeah, man. That's crazy.
All right,
Small
y'all.
world, man.
Sorry, man.
Tyler just became a Crip.
Now where I lived at. Now where I lived at. Oh shit.
Rolling Chronicles.
So speaking of, did you have anything to do with Walker shooting over there with T. Rogers and shit? And when he did Hard
Well,
to Paint?
Walker met Looney B out here because he lives with me.
Oh shit.
Remember Looney B, his son?
Yeah.
His son used to live out here.
No
so when
shit.
I was working with Deb, Looney B was living in my front front couch. Because again, my relationship with the Jungles run because I went to Dorsey, so I know all the Jungles. They all my niggas, and they know what's up. They ain't nothing but love. You know what I'm saying? So Looney B stayed with me. Him and one of the other homies, they stayed with me for maybe like 3-4 weeks. And I remember we went to the studio, and Walker was there, Arlen was there, and I remember I told him, I was like, yeah, he from BPS. He a real BPS. Man, next thing I know, I'm like,
Walker.
Walker is all in the
Always in
hood,
it.
doing videos, everything. I'm like,
Real B shit.
so yeah, Looney B, that's one of the real
Okay,
ones,
so
man.
that's
You
how
know?
I was. Ever since I seen the video, I'm like, damn, they go T. Rogers. How the fuck is Walker Flocka in the
'cause
jungle?
I think Looney shot the video though.
Oh no shit.
Yeah, I think Looney, Looney shot the video.
Oh, that's dope, man.
Yeah, I think he shot that video so because he was working with Fat Cats, he was working with a lot of different people when he got out here because he was doing the video shit. He was doing the video shit. Doing the video shit a lot out here, and he was going back and forth. But yeah, man.
Damn.
Can I ask you something though?
What?
Was you with Ludacris during the DTP days?
Yeah.
Yes.
This is
That's what
Mr.
I'm gonna get to.
DTP.
Yeah.
Yes.
Go ahead. That's what I'm
So
gonna
yeah,
get-
I was
How y'all get from the radio to Fat Rabbit, which was the first song I remember? Do you remember the demo? Do
touch
you
it.
remember any of that?
Well, I remember all of it because it was something that we did together. Just the whole creation of DTP was something that Luda already had, point blank period. I'm always going to give it credit. It was something actually, Disturbing the Peace was the name of his group, rap group in high school. It was him and another guy.
in 4 Eyes.
No, this was after 4 Eyes. 4 Eyes
Was when they grew
4
up.
Eyes was when he was in Chicago. Ludacris moved to Atlanta from Chicago, maybe like
Shout out to Four
he
Eyes.
moved. I want to say like 10th grade, something like that, either 9th or 10th grade. And he wasn't even Ludacris then. He was Chris Kringle, I think.
Kris Kringle.
Yeah, that's
That was,
He said it in a rap or something.
Yeah.
He made a good decision.
Yeah.
He made a good decision.
Yeah,
He
he
was
was
the one
Switch
who
that
told
up.
Fabo that the police was coming.
Yeah.
On our episode, Fabo said, Lucas said, you better get out of here.
He's like, he said, go that way.
Yeah, so yeah, man. So yeah, that the DTP shit, and I ain't gonna lie, I really didn't know what we was doing. Chris really knew what we was doing. He told me what he wanted me to do, and I kind of just did it. So it was kind of weird though, because all I can say is that I was dedicated in doing it, but it was, to me, it was like something that I kind of just got into and kind of just went with. Because in my mind, I wanted to transition just straight to film, because that's what I went to school for.
Oh, no shit.
So I used to be like, man, we got to do a movie, we got to do that. So his whole thing was like, let's do the label first, and then we can do it. And then we actually got a script, greenlit. They gave us some money. It was called Skip Day. Me and him wrote it, and this guy named Craig Brewer, who actually he's a white guy. He's
White
dope.
comedian, right?
Yeah, but he's a writer. He wrote on what's that? Coming to America too. Craig, yeah. Okay. So we wrote it. It didn't actually end up coming out, but ill fact, Rob Hardy and Will Packard came to our meeting.
Rainforest.
When we went to go to our meeting at Paramount. And from there, if I can remember correctly, I don't know if Will either met the guy from Screen Gems or maybe he met the person who introduced him from that meeting, from like hanging out with us that weekend.
nice.
I remember it was some special shit. And
Screen Gems,
we were in their first movie, the Trois.
Yeah.
Yeah, me and Chris was in that first movie. So
Sean Ali.
yeah. So
That's why.
so me and Chris have always been really close with Rob and Will, man, and my homies.
But I remember y'all been on the radio when like Tupac died and shit.
Yeah, definitely.
Biggie died. Y'all
Yeah.
Oh, y'all broke the news?
Yeah, hell yeah. I remember we got a call.
I remember hearing it from
Nigga,
y'all.
I remember I got a call.
I remember
I got a call from LA. I found out Tupac died from my boy Kevin Black that worked
shit.
at
And you
Death
knew who
Row.
killed him too then, too. That's crazy, because you a Crip. That's funny as hell.
I don't really know about all that. Man. You gotta remember, man, I was in Atlanta, man.
Nigga shot you a wire like, nigga, you won't believe what this nigga did.
I was in Atlanta that whole time, so I wasn't really privy to all that good information.
that.
So my cripping was on a halt. I was in crip. I was in a process.
Crip hiatus.
You know what I'm saying? 'Cause, I mean, I'm gonna tell you some real shit, and I mean, I don't really know if I say this a lot.
He went
because
grad chapter Crip.
you
That's
know,
what he did.
exactly. I was about to
Nigga went paper Crip.
Man, 4 years, I'm done.
For me, and especially after graduating in '92, I graduated in '92. So literally, I
my brother,
graduated
too, then.
the year of the riots.
You know my
Yeah.
brother.
And
Who?
the Jordan
Jermaine.
7s.
They called him Bone. He played basketball, left-handed. He never went to school, though. So you may or may not know him.
What you
Last
mean?
name Fluker. Jermaine Fluker. He played basketball. But like I said, he rarely went to class.
And he from the West Side?
He's from New York.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
I'm
probably
only
know.
my family born in L.A.
Oh, I probably know if I see him.
You probably have-
I
yeah, you'll know if
probably
you
have to
see
see
him.
him. Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. But see, so for me, Atlanta was different. You know what I'm saying? Just in the whole scape, because after the riots, just the whole intenseness of how LA was, and just the gang shit, just everything that was going on. But then all of a sudden, like at the end of it, the peace treaty and niggas actually trying to get along, a lot of shit started to flourish from that, you know, a lot of that bullshit. So you started seeing a different type of LA. Now, it didn't last too long, you know what I'm saying? But you still start seeing different sides, and then you start seeing a lot of alliances. This is why the gang violence turned down a whole lot in the mid to late 90s, because after 92, alliances were created. It was too many people that really fucks with each other too close through the years that was really supposed to really kill each other on sight. It was impossible. You know what I'm saying? This was really impossible, because there's too many dudes that I know, literally, I know more than I know damn near some of my family. And they just straight up supposed to be enemies. But at the end of the day, them niggas ain't no enemies to me. Like they really trying to
know
do the
you
same
was
thing
this
I'm doing.
deep in this shit here.
You
Come
know what
on,
I'm
man.
saying?
I can't
You
kill
came to
him.
my
I'm fucking
school
his
though.
sister.
What the fuck? I don't understand this shit, but you was at my pet rally though.
That was the transition, man.
If y'all
That was-
niggas came, we
that
gonna
was-
win, nigga. Y'all.
That was the transition. But I'll tell you one thing, Atlanta really did it. Because when I came here, I was so aggressive. Nigga, I used to get in the fights with niggas to just trying to say hi.
I remember seeing Ludacris perform.
I'll be like, nigga be looking at me like, literally just trying to make sure I'm not his cousin. And I'm like, nigga, what's up with you?
Like a nigga from the South.
Well, okay, I got an ear one too, and you can check the facts on this. First time I met with the Dungeon, and I went to the studio with Drip Drop, right, which is Lisa's Left Eye's first rap group. This is when, because a lot of people don't know, Left Eye, they didn't get a lot of money, they didn't do a lot of things, but Left Eye was resourceful. So even though they weren't making a lot of money on the artist front, she already had a production deal, 2 different artists that was coming out signed to her Savvy Records, which was Pebble's record label.
Right.
She had a few different artists that was signed there, and this is pre-Outkast. So niggas knew how dope the Dungeon was. They had met with the Dungeon, with Rico, Ray, Pat, all them early on. Like this was like, I think they might have did like a Damian Dane remix or something for LaFace, one of LaFace's first group, and they heard the music and was like, oh, these niggas dope. So Lisa, Left Eye, was fucking with Rico and them and got them to produce a lot of shit on Drip Drop's album. So I'm in the Dungeon while the Outkast is figuring it out, and Goody Mob, you know what I'm saying? My first time meeting CeeLo and Pretty Ken walk into the Dungeon with gloves on, Adidas sweats, black hoodies on, and Rue like, where y'all coming from? Shawty, we just got about 6 cars, nigga. These niggas just stealing cars.
So we got about 6 of them.
That's hard as shit.
Pretty Ken and CeeLo, word to God, I promise you. This was
nigga Pretty Ken, you know he down with
this
me.
This was the introduction to the nigga who was one of the dopest singers and writers that you know what I'm saying? But this was my introduction to him. Like, you know what I mean? For real, real A-Town. So I remember being there, seeing him. I think at this time, Outkast might have had blonde hair. This is early how this was.
Wow.
They had blonde hair. Like, this
Both
is how
of them.
early. Both of them. And this is like,
They look like Meteor Man, nigga.
man.
Like the Baby Lords.
They was figuring it out, man.
Where is that photograph?
You know what I'm saying? You can probably find it. I think it's maybe if you probably go back to some LaFace old Christmas shit, you probably see it because I think they was at some of that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Newface, that's your mission. If you don't got it,
Man,
you got it.
listen.
Blonde hair, both of them.
So
Both of
anyway-
them? Hold on, Big Boy too.
Yeah, both of them.
That's funny.
So anyway, we at Kurtown Studios. At this point, they telling me we going to Kurtown. I'm like, what the fuck is Kurtown? I'm not knowing this is fucking Curtis Mayfield studio. You know what I'm saying? This is like the Kurtown. You know what I mean? So I'm going to Kurtown. Goody Mob over there working on their album. But I think we got to go over there to either do a session with Goody or something with Je ne sais quoi or Drip Drop, one of Lisa's groups. So we going over there, I'm chilling. For some reason, I'm in the room by myself and I'm smoking some weed and I'm high. So Cujo is they lifting weights. So I'm like, LA nigga, let's get on the weights. So Cujo is lifting
LA nigga gonna get on the weights.
We the only city that live in our front yard.
for years,
Fuck
all the time. So he on the weights, I'm getting
Y'all
get on
fighting
the weights.
friends too. Y'all fight
So,
each
but
other.
I'm high. So at this point, Cujo got a Georgia Bulldog beanie, red, like windbreaker jacket, red sweats, red shoes. He just looks like a bolt of light. So I'm like lifting weights, and I blink my eyes, and when I open my eyes, I just see this real light of red, and I'm looking like, what's up, cuz? And he's like, huh?
We got a flashback.
Instant flashback. And the energy just changed instantly. It was just, I had to get up, go outside, get some air, because it was just blew
damn.
me fast, because I just seen all
Nigga
that
got
red.
CTSD.
You know what I'm saying? The weed was high CTSD. The weed was bomb. I'm high. I'm in some weird place. I don't even remember. All I can see is this red. I just instantly went to trip mode.
Is that a shirt?
And then I'm like,
Trip traumatic syndrome?
Traumatic
That's
syndrome.
hard.
Yeah.
Hey, that's hard too, because it's really there.
It's really there.
For real, I'm telling you.
Like, yeah.
Hey, I like I'm telling you on some real shit. I was just watching some shit Nipsey was talking about. Like niggas don't really understand because they talk about like crippling and blood, like oh it's bad. But if you from LA and you try to get along in LA and you not with somebody, your life is terrible, bro. Like you have to be from somewhere or be with somebody to survive, niggas.
That's why I'm trying. We was shooting on goddamn Crenshaw. Boston, it's a white dude and the white girl's like, no, we're fine. It's a coffee shop. I was like, bitch, listen. Did y'all call somebody?
Get them over here. Yeah. I know about Crenshaw.
Oh yeah, because you know how they gonna do it. They gonna send like a homeless person over there and say, "What y'all over here doing?" They gonna tell them. They gonna come back and tell somebody else. Somebody else gonna come over there and be like, "Y'all got a permit? Y'all talking to somebody?"
Yeah.
You gonna think, are they from the city? They ain't from the city. They from the streets.
8 Trey.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
what James, they was doing, what's the name of his joint? Hood Adjacent.
Yeah.
They was over there at the
It kept
liquor
it,
store and shit.
Oh, that dude is funny as
Baseball
fuck.
ran up on him and
Hey,
shit.
what's his name?
James Davis? You talking about
That nigga is funny.
Yeah, that's the homie.
Hey, that nigga is funny.
Yeah.
On my mama, he had me rolling one time. That whole Hood adjacent shit.
Yeah,
that
man.
shit should
That's
still be
fire.
on.
It
Bro.
should.
That should be.
That show
The
was ahead of its
Carmichael
time.
show should fucking still be on,
Come
man.
on, talk about
Talk
what
your
shit. Come
shit.
on, man.
Man, the
Carmichael
fucking
show.
Carmichael show. So
Now,
what
that's
the
what
hell,
Funny as
man?
hell, bro.
That shit was so damn funny, man.
That shit was amazingly
That
written.
shit was amazing. And
just-
it was finally a Tiffany Haddish role I could actually like embrace.
Get down with it. Like,
But
yeah.
they
know?
was all funny, and it was like, please keep this on.
Yeah.
I mean, David Allen Greer and Loretta Devine could have been a show in its own.
It is on.
David
for
Allen
real.
Greer needs flowers.
Because
David
you know
Allen
what?
Greer's a legend.
The funniest episode that I've ever seen on television in a long time is Marla Gibbs trying to kill herself. Like that shit on there was the
It was
funniest.
amazing. That was some
That
amazing.
shit was so. Honey, just put the pillow. Put the pillow. Hurry up. Like, boy, that shit was so funny, man. Man, to see Marla Gibbs, you could just go back to motherfucking, what is it?
227.
227 and moving on
she,
to, what's her name? Jefferson. She trying to kill herself now. God damn.
That's hilarious.
For
Nah, that
real.
shit was classic, real quick.
But so y'all talk about Slick. So how people feel about Black Jesus? Is that still a
They
favorite?
love
Still
it. That's
amazing.
one.
Man, that's
that
still my
episode
favorite
comes
one.
out tomorrow, actually.
The new one, huh?
Yeah,
The
Slink.
new-
Well, we
new-
had Slink at the
Oh
Black Jesus on
yeah,
the show.
Slink is writing on a movie. I'm developing this movie. I'm actually about to get Roddy put his ass to work too.
Let's get it.
On this script right now. I'm developing a really good movie, man. It's gonna be funny. A lot of people are gonna like it. But I even brought up reason why I said that because a lot of people don't know that that's Marla Gibbs' daughter on Black Jesus, Miss Pearly.
Oh shit.
Oh yeah. She's
you know
an
that?
acting coach too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
she
that's
was-
my homeboy, one of my close friends that came here from L.A. Emil. Emil, you remember Emil, right? Emil used to come on. Emil used to have a ponytail. Used to be at KC House all the time.
Oh shit, Emil.
Emil, yes, Emil Gibbs.
He lives here?
Yeah, no, he living back in L.A., but
Oh,
that's
okay.
Marla Gibbs' grandson, and that's the lady Miss Pearly. That's his mom.
So Marla Gibbs' grandson be at the fighting house.
Oh yeah,
At the
Marla
fighting
Gibbs,
house.
Marla Gibbs' grandson came out here on a mission. When he came from LA, I think he went to like North Atlanta. He like had a ponytail. He was extra cripped out. He had bitches. I remember when I first came out here, Emil had like Emil had bitches. Like he had like some. he had Jack and Jill bitches. And if you know
Jack and
if you know about Jack and Jill, them some classy bitches. You feel me?
Jack and Jill was a show.
I'm
Remember
not
Jack?
up
You
on
remember
that.
Jack and Jill? You know what Jack and Jill
Oh yeah,
is?
oh yeah.
Atlanta shit.
Ronnie, you don't
Was
know
that the
about
sex shop or some
No,
shit?
Jack and Jill.
was the little organization.
Jack and Jill
it
is
was
if
the
your parents
elite
may got
black
some money.
organization. You don't remember Jack and
They
Jill?
put you in Jack
Oh.
and Jill so you can hang and meet
It
with
was
the
like
other niggas around the
debutante
country.
ball
You go to
type
like
What
shit.
Jackie
2-3
Long was from
parties.
ATL.
Yeah, Jackie Long was in Jack and Jill. Exactly.
Yeah, that shit.
That's
That was-
exactly.
That's what Jack and
That's
Jill was.
exactly what it was.
That's what Jackie
What Jackie
was.
Long
I
was
never
in
knew
ATL. So they got that
yeah.
around the country, but
Yeah, I
they used to
believe it.
have a big ball downtown. At the,
We wasn't
is
there.
that same
Oh, they have a
hotel?
coronation and shit.
Is that same hotel down there with the?
The Omni? Oh,
that it?
the
went to a
Sundial?
Sundial, the West.
No, is that it? But the one like it's in the cut. It got the crazy shit in the middle. Not the Sundial. It ain't. But it got like the. Damn, what is that?
The Dutch?
What is it?
LA niggas have to
Marriott
have.
Marquis. That's it. The Marriott Marquis. The Marriott Marquis. They used to do it every year at the Marriott Marquis. But look, these are some of the girls that was like Laura London was in that shit. Carucci, like all those like bitches just kind of popping now. Like, what's the other one too? The crazy one, Eva Mendes.
The queens that are doing
What's
well.
her name? Eva.
You know, on the West Coast, they say that like, you know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Shout out to the queens of the culture. Thank
oh
you.
yeah, I mean, you know,
I mean, the bitches watch the show too.
yeah.
It's,
so.
Some people are bitch. It's some
I
niggas
use
that's
the
bitches.
word bitch as an endearing thing because
for sure.
I come from an era of Too Short and Ice Cube. So,
Could you talk about Birthday Bash, please?
oh, birthday bash. Some of the greatest time of my life. Do you remember when I rode out birthday bash on the bicycle?
Yes.
I had a lowrider bicycle that they gave
Yeah,
me.
the beach
out here.
cruiser.
Okay, so the whole story of Poon Daddy, a lot of people don't know, is that initially when I first started it, I used to give the traffic, like basically telling people how to necessarily get home, but I would do it as if I was on a bicycle on the freeway.
Oh shit. Hey, can we get an
So how,
excerpt?
so how usually you would hear someone say, hey, Phil, how's it going today? Well, it's a little congested on 85. You're going to ride down. It's going to be a little bit before you get to Mission Parkway. And then right there, the Virginia Hall is going to hold you up, and it's going to be a slow, maybe about a 10-watt projector right there. So Poon Daddy, he would be like, shout it, hold on right now, before you get to Old National. I need you to back up right now. Matter of fact, you need to get out the squareway the first time you can, make a right now, bust a left right there on South Fulton, ride that thing right past that second big house. When you get that second big house, go around the loop-de-loop. When you hit that loop-de-loop, you're going to be right down Highway 85. You bust that down, you right home, baby. You right home. So that's
how I got home, though. I was like,
that's how necessarily the popularity came. And again, the only reason I even kind of did that and was tapping into that is because I didn't understand how Atlanta was so cultured, but I didn't hear it in the radio. Like, you know what I'm saying? People was sounding like they was from other places. And I'm like,
all that.
you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like, again, the whole West End Cribs. And I remember Ryan used to be saying, yo, son, a couple of times. Like, man, you from Campbell? What? So, you know, it was just weird. So I felt like Atlanta needed to hear somebody who sounded like them. And kind of my whole mainframe comes because it's a guy that's on radio in D.C. now, and he basically is the embodiment of real West Coast culture of radio in L.A. His name is Russ Parr.
Okay.
He
Wow.
initiated one of the true first radio stations. It was on AM, and it was called K-Day. So he had a character called Bobby Jimmy. Bobby Jimmy was hood as hell from L.A. He was always at the skating ring. He was always at the clubs. He was popping. So he would do a whole thing. And actually, Bobby Jimmy put out a record called Roaches. You remember that?
Look at all these
Roaches. So
Roaches.
that was like a whole character that he had. Like that was all Russ Parr. You know what I'm saying? He had Rumors. He did Time X Culture Club. He did what else he did? He did a bunch of them, man. He had a whole album that came out. So he did East Coast, West Coast rapper, where he did all the different rappers. So
some people ask about Michael.
yeah,
Is he
gay? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Wow. So to me, that's where the whole embodiment of Poon Daddy came from, because I just felt like that was like my niche. I was gonna tap into what I felt like wasn't there. It wasn't no nigga that really was trying to represent true Atlanta.
What other names were in the hat?
It wasn't. Let me tell you where it all came from. So, in the 10th grade, we got into a shootout at Horseman with some maîtres. So my mama was scared, and I remember before football camp, she sent me to Atlanta, and I stayed with my family in Allen Temple. I had some aunties that wanted to
Went
stay
from
in
one to the
Allen
other,
Temple.
boy.
You know what I'm saying? So,
What kind of crib exchange program
you know what I'm
was this?
saying? Well, we didn't know. I mean, you know, that's just where
was a crib
that's
exchange.
just where they lived. I ain't
But at least at that time, I'm sure you could fight at Allen Temple.
Well, that's like sending Durant to the Nets.
I fucked. But in a couple of weeks I was there, I'm pretty sure I fucked that shit up, because I had niggas fighting, lining up, all type of shit, just doing ignorant LA shit.
Yeah.
So while I was there, it was a nigga named Poon, who was like a Debo type of nigga who used to ride through Allen Temple. He was a big ass nigga, hair, all that big swole nigga. He used to ride on a bike. And I don't know if he was like slow or what. So I used to like cuz, like for real. He was cool with me. I was young. He was somebody I could talk to. He wasn't all extra, because I can remember. That's what I do remember. Atlanta niggas was always talking about being super fresh. With LA, it didn't matter about you being super fresh. It mattered you kick somebody's ass. That's all that matters. You could be super fresh, but if you ain't had no squabbles, you wasn't shit.
No squabbles.
Like, I mean, I don't know if you could. I don't know about you in elementary school,
off the
but
squabbles.
when I was in elementary school, I had one mission. And that was to try to be the king of the school. So the king of the school would be the nigga who could beat up all the big niggas in the school. Now,
That's Michael Clark.
I don't know how ignorant that is for a majority of the elementary school kids. Like, this is all of LA. This is not like few schools. This is like, you go from school to school and nigga, I'm the king of the school. Oh, he the king of that nigga the king. Like, you know what I mean? Like, what? That's how the whole, you'll know in what areas.
We did it by spelling bees down here. If you fucking.
Fuck spelling bees. It's about this 1-2.
Tone was king of Baldwin for a little spell.
You know what I'm saying? But Tone look, let me tell you something. Tone actually got good with the squabbles because Beeve had a limp, his older brother. So when we was younger, niggas used to jump on Beeve like all the time because Beeve had like this little limp. He played football, he was killer, but he had a little limp.
Strong as a motherfucker.
You know what I'm saying? So one time I remember we was at Baldwin and like 10 niggas jumped Beeve, man. They was like 10 niggas jumped on Beeve. So Beeve was hot. He was like, he was gonna go get his gun, and he used to live like real close to the park, go get his daddy gun. Man, this nigga came back with a stick. Boy, this nigga had the limp, nigga running with everybody with a stick. Man, that nigga Beeve, white man, he's scared. Hey, from that day on, did nobody fuck with Beeve.
Man, listen.
But Beeve is how, actually, like I said, that's how I got the name Chunk. Because when we went to go see Goonies, he just looked at me. Hilarious. He was like, no, but see, listen, hold on. No. Chunk was the little fat boy. Yeah. Chunk wasn't the monster.
He was, hey, you guys. No, he the one that said, hey.
Yeah.
He did the truffle shuffle.
Yeah, the truffle shuffle.
Nah, that house is crazy. I've been in at least 40-something fights over that.
Exactly. Like that was
that nigga, what?
Goonies
What?
in the high double digits, easily.
Nigga, you were fighting every day just at the house.
Like, you think I'm joking?
Nigga
like,
wake
this
you
is
up.
literally a wake up.
Nigga wake
If
you up
go
with a
spend the
fade.
night, look, you want to go spend the night at Beeve house to get up the squad.
Get up to fight.
Nigga waking you up with the fade.
You go over there to
somebody
wake up
might
fight.
fire, especially a nigga like Hollywood. Oh, he was the worst because Wood was like super strong. He was like, nigga, he ended up being, like
All
I said,
y'all niggas was strong,
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, because we had a serious workout regimen that didn't involve weights. It was like body workout. We used to run this hill, nigga, Kennethtown Park. We would literally run it 6 times a day. Nigga, this motherfucking hill was like, if you see Kennethtown Park and you can imagine teenagers and young kids run this motherfucker 6 times a day, hitting it hard. Niggas' legs can pull damn near cars.
What happened to Allen Temple with Poon?
Okay, so look, let's get back to that. So,
Run the bills.
so anyway, so Poon pretty much, I kicked it with him a few times. So I think something happened, or it was some type of thing, and somebody seen me with him. Like a lot of people, people say, I don't know if he robbed somebody or the police came. So when I got to the radio station, we did a remote at Greenbrier. One of the ladies from Allen Temple seen me and was like, "Hey, Lil Poon, where Poon at?" So everybody at the station laughed. And this dude named Hollywood, he was Ryan Cameron's producer.
Shout out Hollywood.
Hollywood Lauren.
Hollywood still be hooking people up.
And he said, "That's your name, Poon Daddy." He's like, "Go with it, stick with it." That's what he said.
Oh, shit.
Go with it, stick with it. You know, I talk.
Yeah.
He's like, "Go with it, stick with it." And I was like, "You sure?" And everybody else like, "That's it, that's it." I remember, what's her name, Kathy Daniels or somebody, or Sean Taylor, and he was like, "That's a perfect thing, man. It's a perfect thing. It's just gonna be killer. I'm telling you." So I went with it. I stuck with it, and
Have you seen Big Poon since like you?
Nah,
was on the radio?
it's crazy though. They say he died in jail. Some shit. They say he did some shit. Like,
Knocked him out or something.
nah,
Took his
hell
name.
nah.
Oh, that nigga's Poon's daddy.
I thought that's where it was
I
going.
thought that's what was going. I was like,
But
when
you
we
know
do the
what?
biopic is gonna
But
go
check
like
this
that.
out. But
I'm gonna
after
change it.
that though, it always just synonymous with like bitches talking about pussy and shit like that. So then I have to be some like porn star when I get around women. Like, "Oh, you the daddy of it? Yeah, bitch."
What song is that you on Ludacris album? I love these hoes. These hoes.
Oh
What's
yeah.
that?
Oh,
Fucking what song is that?
Oh,
Yo.
Snoop Dogg, right?
Yeah, it's
It's him and Snoop Dogg. What
Ludacris
is it?
and Snoop.
Dun, dun, dun.
I love these hoes or some
It's,
shit.
I mean, I'm on a lot of songs, but you talking about use a hoe. That's you talking about? Oh, just face it.
You like in the background? Yeah, that's you.
Yeah.
You on that shit? That's him in the background. He doing the talking.
Oh my
and shit.
God. Fuck me up. All that is me. But I think you're talking about, I think you're talking, dun, 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 dun. Who let these hoes in my room? Who let these hoes?
Yeah, he was doing the high parts. Who let these hoes? These hoes. That's him.
All me and Snoop.
Poon Daddy from
Oh, look,
fucking
nigga. Okay, so here go another one
house.
for you. The only time I ever been completely knocked out by smoking weed. And I've been smoking weed since Audubon, since like 84, strong.
Yeah, I went
First
to Audubon,
Olympics.
too.
You know what I'm saying? My first Olympics,
These came
nigga.
from his cousins.
So look,
Like we didn't have
about
culture cousins.
You talk
in here
about a
before.
fighting
This-
ass school.
This the first
yeah.
real
And
cousin.
what kind of
I
time
feel
did y'all
safe.
go?
Justin still here. We got Justin. We got big hustle in this motherfucker.
so look, so I never forget this. So Ludacris is Ludacris at this point. This is our first Snoop session. You know what I'm saying? Chris is stoked. I'm stoked. Nigga, we going to work with Snoop. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, Snoop is like on some, I got 4 days. It was between Thanksgiving. Y'all don't mind working on Thanksgiving? Nigga, what? Fuck Thanksgiving. Let's go. Me and Chris are there. We got a condo. Oh, I'm sorry. We got a condo in Century. We got a condo in Century City. We like fuck Thanksgiving. Fuck a turkey. We'll have 30 turkeys. So we go to the dog house. You know what I'm saying? Go through this whole process. I remember I get there though. I'm tripping though because this nigga got real security, like real pat down to walk in the nigga house. I'm like, damn, this shit is crucial.
Right.
This nigga's the
So
most famous.
he had probably already had went through the shit though, the case and all that.
Homie, bro. Like, I don't give a fuck.
We at the crib, bro.
Having a security guard at my fucking house, my nigga.
Hey, man,
I'm gonna get in some gates with something. Nigga.
Oh,
I'm
I'm happy about Snoop is
You
protected.
don't get the Martin Scorsese house in this nigga.
Snoop is the equivalent of the black people's post.
You don't get to a Scorsese. I've been to Vince Vaughn's house. I've been to Vince Vaughn's house and Will Ferrell. Both of them niggas' houses, they leave their door open.
Them niggas ain't Crips.
You know what I'm saying?
What you was doing at Will Ferrell house, bro?
I was with Faison.
They ain't Crips.
They are
Will
not
Ferrell ain't a Crip.
He is not a crip.
You know that.
He's rich.
Snoop is the most famous gang member on earth.
That shit don't never
You
stop.
protect him like
That is-
Farrakhan,
It's
please.
true. And it was like the we don't know days, I think, because I think it was like we don't know if Suge's still tripping type of thing. It was like that
Yeah,
weird,
I'm
like,
sure he wasn't taking
You know,
no chance.
Master P let me. I mean, I'm back in LA, but I'm not.
Oh, it was no limit time.
Damn.
Yeah,
It was
Yeah,
like,
this
that
is
time,
first
you know what I
album
mean?
shit.
So,
yeah.
He told that nigga he can't come back home.
So I mean, yeah, he tried to say all that, but Snoop wasn't having it. Snoop was a real nigga. You know? So, but look, so we there. We go upstairs. So when I get up there, me and Snoop already kind of know each other, like two niggas. Like he already telling me, nigga, I know so and so. They know you, Dorsey, all that. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. So when I get up, he like, what's up, homie? What's up, cuz? And then we up there chilling. So he like, so Chris goes into this big thing like, no one's ever smoked out Poon. Like I ain't ever seen. I seen this nigga smoke. So it's just he's gassing me.
It's competition.
Chris
now.
is like going, like it's just like a whole 20 minutes of how great of a smoke.
Wait, this
I
is
am.
like somebody fucking with Kobe,
You
right?
know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, nigga, what is you doing?
Not
So
him.
at this point, dog is like, oh, really, huh? Big 6-0, big smoking, huh? I'm like, well, yeah, bro. Yeah, you know.
I'm dope,
He
Snoop.
get a roller to roll me like 20.
Wow. Off the rip? Off
Maybe
rip?
10, I don't know. It was like 20 of them there.
It was a
bro.
lot.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's
So we
too
get
much.
to going, you know what I'm saying? We do the song, we do another song, you know what I'm saying? At this point, we ate, his wife came with turkey, everything you can imagine. We big.
You had
ate
Thanksgiving with the dog father?
with at the studio.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? It was
Wow.
really cool. It was
That's
me, Luda, everything.
That's
So,
wild.
you know what I'm saying? We big smoking, big chilling, man. I'm getting high. I'm like, so dog is like, what's up? You ready for round 2? At this point, all I can see is him talking and hearing it not together. Like, you know what I'm saying?
The audio was off, bro.
The audio was off.
Shit ain't synced up.
Gotta rewind this.
What up? What's up, man? What y'all put in the food? Nigga, what you put in the food? So then I say, man, I gotta go to the bathroom. So when I go to the bathroom, I come out the bathroom. I see the homeboy Beefy. He was Long Beach nigga. He like Beefy, cuz I'm like Beefy. Is it anywhere like maybe I can just Later for a minute.
Nigga trying to escape the session.
Anywhere?
I'm not even trying to go back upstairs to the session. I'm trying to, babies, they'll keep smoking. And
Forget about me.
So Beefy
Yeah,
like,
you got
yeah.
another- got
So
10
he
more
point,
blunts up there,
we
man.
downstairs, he like point to this area, but it's dark. I can't really see. I just see like his blankets. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my God.
I just go, I
got a
lay
dog
down.
pound,
It looks
for real.
soft as hell. It's soft, it's cool. I went in the blankets. Next thing I know, I just hear motherfuckers, ah, ha, ha, ha. And I just see like a million click, click, click.
Oh, shit.
And when the lights come on, it's like a coffin right there, like, here lies. You know what
No
I'm saying?
shit.
Like, it's like where niggas die after they got and it's like a blanket, so it look like I'm
Oh, so niggas be there all the time.
Oh, like this is it.
This is where you go.
Section, right?
That's
That nigga
hilarious.
sit you.
Fresh, it was smelling like, I was like, damn, this shit is clean. That shit put me off, nigga. That nigga Chris said, nigga, we been taking pictures of you for like 30 minutes. See you like, you got motion pictures and shit in your mouth. Oh, no.
Bro.
Man, shit writing on me, everything. Nothing, nigga. So,
Nigga got
yeah,
smoked out.
that was the day, you know, and then Dog was like, listen, man, tell your boy, I really wouldn't have did you like that, but Chris was like, he had
Hyping it up.
extras. I was like, that's what I said, cuz. You know, I'm the nigga, you
And
know me,
turkey?
I know you. Nigga,
I would have got back in that
Nigga,
casket.
turkey,
My nigga, I'm
everything.
finna take it down.
Y'all take as many pictures
I'm
y'all
taking
want.
it down, my
Y'all
nigga.
can't post it nowhere.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Y'all got real
this ain't-
cameras.
Oh yeah. This ain't no social media.
Them
stuff.
niggas doing this shit right here.
Niggas got disposables.
Right.
Disposables.
You gotta hold it to the flash.
You ain't gonna see that into a week.
That's that era.
Shot some water on that camera. You gonna be all that shit.
Yeah, break this shit,
72
nigga.
hours.
It's all
Maybe
that
cut the
era.
light on
They got
your film.
disposable cameras. Hilarious.
Oh, nigga.
Hey man, so look, I do want to tell you this one story. So look, because this is shit's funny, and I know y'all fuck with it. So me and Chris had got this script. I think I mentioned it, right? So I remember at this time, and Ronnie remember, I was doing Sunday nights. I was like the official host Sunday nights at Uptown Comedy. So Sunday nights,
shit.
I would be there. Everybody was there. This was like Cool Killer Sunday. This is Buckhead.
Cool killer.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Nard, Shawty.
Because I don't know if I was up there yet. What year was this?
Yeah, nah, I remember you did your first. You did a
I started
open
in
mic.
01. Yeah, you was up there.
Yeah,
It was 01.
You did an open mic there. I remember you did. I remember it was like one of your first time doing an open mic. Because I remember who else was there.
up there.
What's the one nigga? What's the
K-Dub.
one nigga? K-Dub. But what's the one nigga that he used to tell the grease joke? What's his name? He talking about he be so much white grease in his hair. What's his name? Damn, what's that nigga name? He had a funny. It ain't. Is it Nard? It ain't Nard, but it's.
Is it Preacher Man?
Nah, man, this one thing I can't remember this nigga name because he moved to LA. Man, this nigga was so
Gerard?
funny. No. Brown skin, short, and
Black Casper?
No, not Black Casper. What? No, not Black Casper. No. But he around that time, that era. He almost. I forgot the nigga name, man. But anyway, so. We get the movie. We get greenlit for the movie, so we get a producer and everything. So I remember coming back to Atlanta for something, and I ran into Duval. He was like, "Man, I heard y'all shooting that movie. Come on, Poon, you know, keep me in there, bruh. Come on, bruh." I was like, "Let me see what I can do." So I remember I called Clay. I was like, "Listen, if you can get rolling out here, I could get him my audition." He was like, "Oh, you gonna get out there? You be out there tomorrow." Nigga doing the buddy pass. That nigga came to the audition, man. Boy, when I tell you, this nigga must have been the scaredest. This nigga was sweating profusely. You know when a nigga be looking at the script and he look at it and he just keep spinning that shit around like it's gonna do something different. Like he just keep looking at it like. So he had the strong list then. Yeah, I got the strong list. So you know what I'm saying. So you know he worked on it now. He killing now. You know but he had the strong. So I remember he came and reading the part. It was called American Radio. That was the script, and he came in there, he was reading the role, son. And I remember when he got through, I was just literally just holding myself together because the producer was looking at me like, what the fuck? Some more of your friends, Punk? Like, what's going on, man?
More of your friends.
So we get through it, and when he get outside, he like, what you think? I said, man, bro, what is you, why you trying to wing this shit, man? Why you ain't go to any type of acting, something? You could have watched the VHS, nigga, anything, nigga.
Believe it in ourselves.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah. And see, at the end of the day, like, he was just like, he wasn't even like, he was just, I used to kill on Sundays when I go up and get a chance. Like, it wasn't even like, you know what I mean? I used to do that joke all the time. Talking about, talking about when a nigga be talking in the club and the music go off and he be like, yeah, so I was fucking the nigga. He used to always do that joke. And it was the other one, the song he used to do.
The Music Soul Child?
Yeah, the Music Soul Child. That was like his shit. That rolling back then. Yeah. So, I mean, like I said, you know, I'm always one of them type of people that always try to help my folks out. So it was a situation to me, and I still tell them this day, I'll do it again because it still gave me opportunity. And I think even from when a nigga see something like that, he can go back and be like, damn, I was tripping.
Yeah,
so when
let
I
me
come
get
back
right.
now,
Right.
you know what I'm saying, nigga, on. Because, see, it just come right back because I remember I'm in my cousin loft in L.A., and DJ Pooh was writing Grow Room. And he was, like, going around thinking about who to use. I was like, man, Roland Powell, nigga, Lil Duval, that's one of my nigga. That nigga's funny. And he was like, yeah, I kind of like him, and ended up putting him in the movie. And I don't know if I was the initial person that told him, but I remember we had a few conversations, me and my big homeboy Donnie, because Donnie's one of the producers on the movie, and we was like, Roland is definitely that nigga, like for real. So you never know, man. Nigga get a shot. That's why I'm about to have RJ Hill write this script, man. We got them get an Emmy.
Yeah, and I was gonna hit him up anyway. 'Cause he the one. He already writers guild, all kind of shit.
Yeah,
so
sir.
I be deferring to see what's going. I know what I need
It's
to
an
say.
LA story?
It's an LA store.
Yeah, you gotta put me down.
Yeah, the store, homie.
Yeah, man.
Lamert. It's in Lamert.
Lamert.
too,
Oh, okay, man.
Yeah,
Shout
we're
out
gonna
Dom
fucking
Kennedy.
make it
Yeah,
funny.
shout out Dom Kennedy.
Mom called me down. My grandmother stayed over there, man. I stayed.
I thought you said my grandma fuck with Dom Kennedy.
She probably would have, man.
Please
she
make
probably
it home.
She probably babysitted the nigga or something. Like she stayed off 8.
Yeah, Dom Kennedy's sister used to go to Dorsey with me, so I've been doing that niggas.
Don, is he 40? Because he says too much shit that was said when I was in high school.
33 though.
He
ain't
can't be
40.
30. He got to be close to
He older
goddamn
than
40.
them though, huh? Well, wait.
Nah, they like around the same age.
Okay,
bro.
so he probably like 35.
He plays older than
Yeah.
me.
He plays older because he was like one of them little young niggas that used to hang around all the older homies.
Yeah,
You know
he be
what I'm
talking about 96 a lot.
Yeah.
I'm like, nigga, you sound like. 'Cause
I mean,
16.
because it was a lot of little janky niggas that was like 10, 11 years old that was in the mix in 96.
speeding.
Like, for real.
Little
Like,
niggas be speeding.
man, my homeboy, I rest in peace, my nigga Tally, man. This nigga was, I remember he had a whole bunch of little bitty ass niggas that was hustling for him.
Little bitty ass.
Tally is the original.
Shit, like on South Central.
Nigga,
Really?
Tally is like the original front runner of Thug Life. This was like who put the money up for Tupac, is Thug Life. Like, for real. Tally was a nigga, he went to school, he grew up with all of us. Like, but he was like one of the first real young LA drug dealers I ever met. Like, he was 15, 16. I seen $100,000. When the riots happened, he was the first nigga I knew that was hooking chains up to the ATMs. That was he.
He was like, let's get it.
Yeah, he already had tow trucks ready.
Let's loot the
nigga.
real shit.
Yeah, he
That's
was
hard.
ready. He was.
Yeah,
he
they ain't
was
put that
getting-
So are you offended by Snowfall at all?
Tow trucks.
Man,
ready.
As an LA person? And
No, I'm not offended.
shit
I mean,
hard.
it's a lot of trickery in there because it's like 4 stories that intertwine because they talking about Tootie Reese, they talking about Bo, Waterhead Bo, they talking about Freeway Rick, and they talking about the Nick Harry O. It's like all those stories more or less
Mixed
in
together.
the one. Because some of those things, like the shit that's going on with, now these are actual events with Scully and the Man Boy. Them real niggas. Like, them actually niggas that was, Scully was a real nigga in Inglewood. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
And Man Boy was a real nigga in Compton.
They kept their names the same?
Yeah. Yeah, for real. So at the end of the day, to me, that's one of the most authentic shows, and I'm not offended by it because it's some of the best cinema, real cinema that's on television
on
that we seen. It ain't no.
We missing it right now.
Check this out. It ain't no. I got it on record. Hulu. It ain't no.
It's gonna be that come on at 3 in the morning
It ain't,
after the.
it ain't no. No, I recorded when it come on. I got Hulu
you got
live.
live.
I got Hulu. That's why
You
you gotta
rich,
get,
nigga.
pay your $20.
Pay it up.
It's only $20 more.
Man.
But look, check this out. Nigga, the crazy thing about that is that damn, what was I about to say? I just forgot that.
Rewind it, Craig.
What was I just saying?
You talking about Man Boy and
Scully.
Scully being real people and not being offended by.
Oh yeah, no. The reason why I'm not offended by it is because the TV show is not about a drug dealer from Harlem that has studios selling drugs, fucking an FBI agent, going to jail, homeboy's white, killed 87 people, son killed. Come on, man.
It's too much.
That's a lot.
What?
Yeah.
Snowfall's authentic. It's really real, and that's how you. That to me, that's some of the best shit.
Yeah,
and it's
That's
made
why
by
ATL
John.
win.
nigga.
That's why Atlanta win. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and that to me, that's number 2. And the reason why that's number 2 because that's unorthodox, urban shit.
Shit's amazing.
Atlanta is some of the most unorthodox
Amazing.
television there is, and it's so dope because that's Atlanta.
Yes,
When
sir.
the
All
Kangaroos
that shit.
came out with the chopper at the Mrs. Winners, I was like, I believe that.
See that?
That nigga had it gun like Tyler got a joke like that, and that shit really fucking happened. He really got a joke
That
just
nigga
like
went out
that.
there and slayed.
You trying to hold the fuck down,
You know what's
bitch.
wrong?
Chop them down.
Because, hey, man, if you ever seen some weird night, I know I done seen some crazy nights on Ash, but I'll never forget, nigga, I was in school at Clark. and
Shout
I
out
got
CAU.
all day,
Yes, sir.
class of 97.
Find a
Look,
way
I
to
was
make
walking one day.
One semester.
I got stuck at this girl house, and I literally had to damn near walk up 20.
What?
Like, no bullshit, bro. I was scared as I was coming from, like, motherfucking Six Flags. Like, for real.
You had to walk from Six Flags back
Clark?
to Clark?
Back to Clark.
Dude, that's
It was like...
How'd
it was
you
like
get there?
it was like 2:30 in the morning. I really walked the freeway,
How'd you
bro.
get there?
Bro, your feet
You
still
walk
hurt.
from Austell to downtown Atlanta.
Look at Nigga, that ain't nothing. Nigga, my homeboy walked from Brookhaven Station to East Lake Meadows, nigga.
What kind of
They're
shoes you
Freak
had
League.
on? What kind of shoes you
Because
had
he
on?
couldn't get nowhere. He said it took him 12 hours.
What kind of shoes you had on?
12 hours. That nigga was working at the YMCA at Brookhaven, and I remember telling that nigga, it's Freaknik, bro.
Get out.
You better not go to work, because you're not going to be able
gonna
to
get stuck,
You ain't going to be
bruh.
able to go nowhere. Everywhere's going to be stuck.
Right.
And he didn't believe me. His ride couldn't come get him. The YMCA, of course, you know that was closed. Like, shit, we get out of here. The Freaknik too, nigga.
Yeah, nigga.
What you doing? And he was from LA. He was a hard-headed nigga. My nigga Mark Ford, man. He didn't listen. That
Yeah,
nigga
from
said,
Brookhaven to
that
East
nigga
Lake.
said, fuck it, I'ma walk. When he got home, nigga, this nigga shoes, this nigga, you talking about my feet, that wasn't shit. This nigga shit looked like, I'ma get you sucker for real. You know what that nigga feet had a heartbeat, dog?
Nigga, that's
That
funny,
nigga
man.
feet was throbbing like boom, 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 boom. For real, then look, hey, look, this was so fucked up. For the next 3 days, he couldn't go to work because he had major blisters, bro. Like, no lie.
Major,
Like,
bro.
no lie.
Hey, time
Major,
out,
bro.
though. How did you get to Six Flags?
Oh, no. Okay, so this what happened. If you know anything about Austell Road back in the 90s when Morris Brown and shit was open, like, that shit was like baby Compton. All the niggas from L.A. stayed on Austell Road, okay? I don't know. I have no idea.
Cheap
It was
real
a-
estate,
it
guys.
was
Just
a
go with
apartment.
cheap
But
real
this is the
estate.
illest shit. So, some friends of mine, which are Reverend Blake, the bishop, West Los Angeles. His sons, Charles and Lawrence Blake, went to school in Atlanta. You know, the best thing I can say is that they were, you know, they wasn't always church boys. You know what I'm saying? So they got some wild homies, whatever. Shit transpired. It's a shootout that happened next door. Everybody leave and run out the apartment, okay? I'm in the bathroom at this girl house. So I come out the girl house, I go back to the apartment. There's nobody in the apartment. Everybody's gone. When I get there, I see the police coming in the thing. So when I see the police coming in the thing, the back of the apartment is going to some bushes. I'm out. Nigga, I ain't gonna wait for none of that. I'm out. I'm running, nigga, like a nigga. I'm running like my life. So I don't ever know if they even see me. Next thing I know, I kind of see like something of the roller coaster from a distance.
Nigga saw the mind bender.
Where am I at? Like I'm running, like I done ran that far that I could see like the gate where the end of the roller coaster was maybe like 200-300 yards. So it all settled in like I'm at Six Flags. So then I get to figure out where I am. I go walk. So mind you, I'm still in school, so I really ain't figured out the back street yet. And I'm like, I only know one way to go. The 20. I just start. It's like 1:32 in the morning. Nigga, I'm walking. I'm high. I had some weed on me, so I was smoking weed, walking. I ain't give a fuck. I probably smoked all the weed I had. When I got it wasn't really that long. I ain't gonna lie.
Yes, it was.
I walked longer though, because I remember one time we was in high school. We got a tour with the Six Deuce Browns. Well, no, yeah, we got a tour with the Six Deuce Browns in Hollywood, and I had to walk back to Crenshaw, and that shit's way further. Yeah, this was like 14.
It's probably like 6-7 miles. It ain't that far.
Yeah, it ain't that far. It's for nigga 10. I'm talking about 12 miles, nigga, from Hollywood to LA. Nigga, that shit was far.
Wow, that's crazy.
Nigga, I'm walking and I don't know if the police come. We done nigga got shot, the other nigga got chipped, some innocent bystander got hit. We running, nigga, everybody split up. And see, LA is downhill. So if you up the hill, all you gotta do is run down the hill. Somehow, some way you gonna land where you need to. If you just come straight down the hill,
Bro.
I mean, no
You are
bullshit.
triggering Tyler from his
You know what
childhood.
I'm
That
saying?
nigga about to take off right now.
So all you got to do is go straight down the hill. So if you come straight down the hill, don't matter if you on Western, La Brea, wherever you at, you come down there, La Cienega, you gonna get somewhere near a hood. You gonna be Gucci. For real. But yeah, I remember. I never forget. I walked all the way home. I walked when I got to the house. I think I slept like the whole next day. My grandma was like, "What's wrong with you?" I was like, "Man, I just walked from Hollywood. They was trying to kill me." She was like, "That was y'all on the news? Yeah. Some girl got killed." I was like, "I don't know about that, but I had to walk from Hollywood."
Hell yeah.
Grandma.
Grandma.
I walked from Hateville back to by Screaming Wheels, back all the way down Metropolitan one time.
Why you do that?
Cause we got dropped off at the gym to play basketball, and it was like Sunday. They said, "Yeah, everybody closed," and it was like 6 o'clock, but we got dropped off at like 5:30.
Yeah, I remember when they used to have run and shoot.
I
Did it
walked
get
back-
too late? Niggas used to walk from run and shoot back to school, so that shit ain't that far.
That ain't that bad. It's right down.
Yeah, that's down Metropolitan.
Right down Stewart
Yeah,
Avenue.
that's right there. You know, you
I had
get
to
some
walk back
hoes.
from.
You
I had
might
to
get
walk
some
back
hoes,
to Clark from Georgia Tech. One time.
Oh, that ain't nothing.
I remember my daddy getting mad.
It was cold as shit
that's
though. They had
bad.
shut
Now,
the
now
market.
when it's cold,
They had
That's a long way.
that shit was
No,
long
it
as
ain't.
fuck. Huh?
That's a long way, bro.
From North Avenue.
From 10th fucking North 10th.
man,
West.
it's like a mile and a half,
We
bro.
went
What
to
are y'all
this.
talking about?
It was it's longer
man.
than a mile and a half.
Y'all
You got to get
tripping,
down
man.
past
Y'all
the-
talking about
It's like 5
you
From
talking
10th
about
past to
North
fucking from 10th,
Avenue?
North Avenue past the goddamn stadium.
I know the female viewers love this part.
Yeah, I mean, not really.
Shout out to y'all ladies.
It was cold as shit because they shut the train. They shut the train down.
Oh yeah, that's something.
snowing.
Was that 94? Was that 95?
I ain't that old.
Oh.
This was like.
No, I remember one
This was
winter I was
99.
to the ninth grade.
No, this was
No,
90,
look.
this was 99. I was in college. This was
I
99.
remember,
a
no,
little bit
90,
taller.
It was
the winter
2000.
in 94, the
Yeah, I
whole
remember
city
that,
shut down.
yeah.
You remember that? The MARTA shut
It was a
down.
blizzard. Wasn't it
Nigga,
blizzard?
I never even knew that the MARTA could shut down.
It was like a blizzard, right?
Yeah, I had never seen those. I was living in Carter Hall. I had me a little bitch over. I was like, I ain't never seen it this cold in my life. Nigga, it was so cold. Nigga had 2-3 jackets on.
So you are literally Ricky from Boys in the Hood.
Literally.
You left LA to come play ball.
He's here.
Well, yeah.
I'm saying, that's what Ricky posted did.
If Ricky zigzag.
Ricky had a zigzag and got into radio.
Zig or zag.
And he
Now,
was
ain't
worrying
get the
about that.
zigzag. He could have did one or the other.
He was
He could
worried
have
about
just
that
went in the
goddamn
gate
lottery
though.
ticket,
Like, how
bro.
about go in the gate that you was by? outside. Just walk in that motherfucker.
First of all, just let you know he is not prepared for gang banging life.
Hell no.
He is a football player, so he runs straight.
He runs straight.
So he don't know how to run zigzag
And this nigga-
because he's not a banger.
This nigga is drinking milk while people are trying to murder him.
Yes, dog.
This nigga stumbling,
Who
bumbling.
stops to drink a gallon of milk?
Eat a whole
Niggas
dick dog.
don't want to do nothing. Yes, they do want to do something. You done seen them 3 times.
That's all they want to do.
10 minutes, nigga. These niggas want to do
All
something.
they want to do is
Fast,
something.
You
nigga.
talking about the niggas who
Come
ride in
on,
the
my
Tercel
nigga.
chasing us?
Yes.
13 deep.
They don't live over here.
The
You know
niggas
that,
in the
right?
4-cylinder?
Now, see,
with
that's
the
a
double
story
plug?
you have to do.
What?
Lloyd Avery.
Lloyd, man.
I saw that
Lloyd-
YouTube and I was like, really?
Lloyd
That shit's crazy.
Avery.
What is that?
Now, me
Brother
and
used
his
to hang with Lloyd a
That's the
little bit.
dude that
nigga,
shot Ricky.
check this out. Me and his brother was
That's the
his,
nigga that shot
his
Ricky,
brother
I
from
think.
the hood.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
me
yeah.
and his brother was really close. His brother played in Poetic Justice. Remember when they was playing a video game before they shot Q-Tip?
Yes.
Yeah, that
he
was
was
his
like,
real
that nigga. He
brother.
said, look at that nigga. They look
Yeah.
just alike. They look just alike.
That
right?
was his brother with the green eyes. That
He
was
looked like the nigga on Insecure a little bit.
Yeah, his story is
yeah.
fucking crazy.
Che Avery, nigga, them niggas was the Rolex legends. Them niggas made the news. Rolex
Man.
bandits.
Damn. Yep.
Yeah. That nigga
You know
Che
who
Avery.
I like though? Like that's a tragic story, but I like that Stacy from the Wood is the dude who's on Snowfall who plays Scully. I like
Yeah,
that he's
his
still
story is
around
crazy.
and he's still fucking scary.
Yeah. You know, he was.
Well, he went to jail.
Yeah.
You heard about his story,
Niggas got
right?
down on him too in jail.
No, nigga, the nigga killed his auntie's husband. Damn. Because the nigga tried to kill him. Like they was like in one of them old like somebody get to arguing at a family thing and they go way too far and the nigga died. Yeah, one of them. And he
This is
went to
after he
jail.
was in like the wood and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's why he went away. That's why he never
was
seen
gone.
nothing. That's why he was gone. He
in
went to
prison for a
jail.
minute.
Between him and the other nigga off of the Hughley's, I don't know who's scarier.
Who's
Oh,
The
yeah,
dude, the
nigga
little boy
tattooed.
after who with the tattoo.
The niggas off the Hughley, he beat a murder case.
Did he really?
Yeah. Yeah, they were just talking about that. He was like in jail for murder and then he beat the murder case. That's why he had got all the tattoos. He was like,
fuck it.
I was like, I couldn't even believe it was him.
I
That
can't
nigga
believe
look-
it's him.
I was like, is he part Mexican now? I was so confused. Because he from because see, that's the thing in LA culture. When you're like not from in the city and you're like from a gang outside in the valley, it's really pretty much more Latino driven than anything else because all the real super gangs are in the city. You might get like motherfuckers that's like Seto Pueblos and they got like blacks and Mexicans together. You like, what?
Seto
And they're like, we're from Duwardy. And you like, Duwardy?
Duwardy. That sounds like
You
some
know what
Harry
I'm
Potter
saying?
shit.
You know?
Yeah, dude.
Diamond Bar.
Dumbledore.
Diamond Bar.
Diamond Bar.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they got
like-
gangs in
that's like
Diamond
saying-
Bars?
Hell yeah. Y'all was
Hell
spreading
yeah,
out.
they do. They got Hohen and
That's like saying Calhoun, Georgia, nigga.
yeah,
nigga.
or Willacoochee,
There's some niggas from there, but it be niggas from
Willacoochee.
I mean,
the small towns is what I've been.
That's how niggas in
Migos
Pomona
came
be.
out screaming the North Side. They had nobody
Yeah.
ever did that
It's
shit
one of them
before.
from Athens too.
Yeah, man. But the only person that can scream the North Side like them is Ryan Seacrest.
That's hilarious.
Like they're from
That
the
nigga from
home of
Gwinnett.
Ryan.
Yeah, right.
The
because
home of
UGA.
Ryan
I was just telling
Seacrest.
him nigga, when I
Out
first
there
met Ryan
moving major
Seacrest, and the
weight,
nigga, the nigga said "shout it" when he found out it was me. When he said "shout it," I was like, okay, all right, so it's just real. I really did something.
Seacrest.
If this motherfucker knows me, like it's real. He was very impressed. I never forget. That was
Did
like
you
a
and
milestone.
Shawty ever beef over him? Like y'all, both of y'all said, because Shawty is like your tag, like how you
Nah,
say
he
it.
actually like came to me on some shit. First of all, let's just tell you what it is.
Clear the air.
This is something that Kyle Norman from Jagged Edge had been saying since he'd been 10 years old.
Shout out to Cal, man.
Okay. This is where I got it from. This is where I heard it. Brian and Brandon are my godbrothers. My dad and their
shit.
mom went to high school together in Connecticut. They were really close. So
You in Jagged Edge too, nigga?
Hey.
I managed them for a little. I managed them for a little while. So you know what I'm saying.
This nigga Jagged Edge in the clan.
They all went to high school together. They all used to be like in
Reading.
jazz or whatever. So those are my god brothers. Those are somebody that's always been impartial to me that the guys have. That's why when a lot of people, even when you first heard Jagged, you heard them through me and Chris first. We was the first people to ever play Jagged Edge and Lil Duke. This is before they even was signed to Jermaine.
Wow. And they fight a lot, too. Makes sense. It all ties together.
That nigga Kyle.
Yeah, stay out of trouble, Kyle.
Squabbling.
So
Love you,
Kyle,
brother.
this is how Kyle would
squabble.
recognize if his friends were in the mall. Shout it, and they would say it back in the other side of South DeKalb Mall or North DeKalb Mall or any of the DeKalb malls.
Any of the DeKalb.
All of the cats.
Niggas not going.
Nobody. A lot
Shout
of
out to all
people
the
always
cats.
ask me where did I get it from. Kyle Norman from Jagged Edge, 581 Street Cats. My bro.
Man, that's awesome.
Oh, yes, sir.
We got to get them up here, too.
Yeah, got to.
We got to do a Poon Daddy series because
Yeah.
You got
I just want to see you and New Face go back and forth with
Oh, man.
He got a magazine for
story.
everything you named, brother. Well, thank you for coming up here, bro. God
for real.
dang
Is it that time, brother?
it. Shit.
I can't
Yeah,
believe it.
man.
These
This
niggas.
shit is crazy, but
That
the more
shit is crazy.
the more I'm thinking about it, I kind of feel like we seen each other too.
Had to be,
I like
man. We
it.
was always playing football in the street all the time, and Norm would be
Yeah.
the all-time quarterback, and he would be talking shit and pushing us down. And
Yeah, because y'all was Burb's age, so y'all played with Burberry, right?
Yeah.
Y'all play throw up tackle?
We play
Oh hell yeah!
everything,
That's
dog.
how
Sideline
that's how you
Any
got good.
violence.
We call it sideline bite. But
Sideline
They
bite.
chose violence. They liked
Yeah,
it.
man.
It was their
Sideline
shit.
bite, but you know there ain't that much grass in LA like it is out here though. So sideline is.
I remember I remember for a long time, maybe like I want to say from like 3rd grade to maybe like 9th grade, the highlight of my year was to be able to give a person a snot bubble.
Wow.
You know what that is?
That's a very dark thing. Have you been to therapy about this?
No, it actually was like I mean most football players go through it, but it was like literally like when you lay on your back and you say go and you get up and you hit some. But if you hit somebody that hard that the snot
Like the program.
bubbles in their nose,
Yeah.
like you done something.
If you get a snot bubble, he did poop with it.
Or he
I'm
sharted.
tell you what come with a snot bubble.
This
Do
nigga
come
wanted
with
to give
snot
niggas
bubbles.
concussion.
You know how much pressure
came from.
you know how much pressure you got.
CTSD.
Thank you for coming, man.
CTS.
Say one goal in life before we get out of here, man. I wanted to halfway kill a nigga.
Every time.
Every time. Snot bubbles, real quick. Before I get out of here,
Real
real quick.
shit.
Snot bubbles.
That's his brain coming out his nose. I don't know if you know
I don't know
what
if y'all know that.
it means.
Little
It's
leakage.
a little brainage.
Little brainage.
Hilarious.
Man.
Yeah, man. So we like to end the episode with a segment we call Secret Genius Life Coach. We'll give the people some words of wisdom. Get through the week. Get to the next episode. I am Kamal, the Secret Genius. The words of the week are this. It's never too late to stop eating tilapia. Why are y'all still eating tilapia, man? Wow. Where did tilapia come from, bro?
Nowhere, bro.
Like, that shit was not out before 2005.
It's from New Jersey.
That shit came from the carpet in Bosstown studio.
It is a
That shit came from Bobby Brown P. Nigga.
Bobby Brown P. Bobby Brown PP.
That's tilapia, bitch.
That's tilapia. Man, Bobby Brown, boy, I'm telling you, Bobby. Look at that pissing ain't on studio. God damn.
nigga.
Want to have a good time.
You can't come to my house. You pissing your shit.
Yeah, man, it's never too late to stop eating tilapia, man.
Real
so
shit.
just leave that shit alone.
Take it off
bro.
the menu,
It
too,
ain't
people.
fit. Yeah, stop selling it, man.
That's what it is.
It do be busting sometimes. I ain't
Look at
gonna
him.
say y'all. It be busting. It been a minute, but you know,
You can get so much for so little.
it ain't got a lot of bones. You know what I mean? I
It
get
ain't
it.
got
I
no
know
bones.
filet.
It ain't no fish
It's
for
all
real.
good. It's like fish-esque.
that shit was some hot sauce hidden.
Hidden. Red hot.
At least must I hit him.
Man.
That's all I get.
Ask for your tilapia with the eyes on it still. See what they say.
That shit gonna look back at you like you.
There's a lot of other fish. You
They
get
got to put that
kingfish.
together. Let's go have some catfish
eyes.
eyes. They got to put that fish together, bro.
More Than Culture is the brand. This is the More Than Culture show. Kamal, the Secret Genius, Reemo Rod, Tyler Chronicles, Ronnie Jordan. Special guest, Atlanta radio legend, Poon Daddy.
Executive.
Thank y'all for having me, man.
My older brother.
We out.
God damn it.